That was very odd. That was very strange. That's the second time that's happened today. So a little weird. A little weird. What's going on out there? What do we got going on in here? What is going on? Key Cheese, Barbara Button, what is going on? Chevy, Lindy, what's going on? How is everybody? Dementoid, are you Dementoid? What is going on with everybody? How is the world for everybody today? And what is going on with you? Can you even tell me what you're doing today? What has been the most fun thing that you did today? So, as you guys know, I get all kinds of videos sent to me, and people send me all kinds of cool stuff. So, if you guys are not familiar, you can go to my website, go to deletelaws.com with a Z, deletelaws.com with a Z on the end of that, LAW, Zener. And then you go to inquiry form and you send me an email and you put a video in that inquiry form. But if you guys could do me a favor, since we're just starting our day, can everybody hit the like button? Can you just take your finger real fast and just reach down and hit the like button? Even if you're watching this next week, next month, next year, even if you're watching this tomorrow, maybe you're watching this 15 minutes after this live comes out, can you hit the like button and then put in the comment section, OTVO, that people are already doing it, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. That's what we're doing here today, and that's my whole goal, is to overturn Terry versus Ohio and to be leader of the peons, leader of the peons, because we're all peons, leader of the peons, because we need a peon to get to the highest level of government representation, which would be the governorship of a state, which is like being president of the United States, but you're president of a state. And then you can change this dog poo organization who call themselves law enforcers. We could change that out, get rid of all those G.I. Joe loser uniforms, put them in peace officers' uniforms. Wow. Make them rights protectors instead of law enforcers. Whoa. Yeah. Could you imagine it? Whoa. Could you even think about it? You would never see the term law enforcer again. You would never have to read that garbage term. It's a garbage organization, and if you join it, eventually you turn into garbage. Yes. Everybody, yes. Give them a round. Very, very good. Give them a round of applause. You have decided to join a very, very bad organization. Eventually, that organization will corrupt you, and you will end up doing things that you wish you had not done, that you will regret later, because group mentality and mob mentality, and we saw it in Uvalde. 300 cops all sitting together, listening to kids die, and they're going, officer safety, don't go in there. Someone's shooting a gun. What is going on? Buzzard, Michael Dolan, delete laws, clips, Tim C. What is going on? Nurse D, what's going on? Man, you guys know I love this, right? I absolutely love it. I was born for this. I swear. I don't know what else I would do with my life if I didn't have that vision of how to change things and what it's going to take to change things, and also have the fortitude, because every day when you wake up, what drives you? What makes you the way you are? Well, me being no-knock rated in 2002, me being targeted by cops all through the 90s when there was no cameras, and they would be able to just come after you. If you didn't have a camera that you could point at the cop, and then you go to the police department and complain, but it didn't matter. Because you go to the police department and complain. How does it go now? Put a 1 in the chat if nothing happens if you go and complain to the police department. Put a 1 in the chat. Now, you could have a video today. You could show that those filthy, nasty, rotten piggies are stalking you, and nothing will happen. It's legal. It's all legal beagle. Legal eagle. I'm going to show you guys today. Ooh. Okay, there. Now I can see your comments. Dude, what is going on? Did everybody hit the like button? Did everybody do that? I mean, I know it's Sunday. It's kind of towards the end of the day on Sunday. But did everybody hit the like button? Did you hit the like button? I don't know if you did. Hit the like button! I'm going to cover a few videos today, but before I do, I want to kind of preface this by saying this is Sunday, and as you guys know, I go through the week and I end up with a bunch of tabs at the top of my web browser, and I say to myself, I still want to cover all those videos. And then there's new videos that come in, and I want to cover those too, because I want people to learn. You don't talk to coppers. You don't talk to coppers. Are you listening to what I'm saying to you? Cop pulls you over, trifold comes out from the trifold, boom, and it says, I plead the fifth. You show your camera, I plead the fifth. You give the copper your little trifold that says, I plead the fifth. He says, where are you going? You say, I plead the fifth. It says it on the trifold. That's how you do it. This is the way you do it. Copper pulls you over. He's pulling you over. Say you were, whatever. You were speeding, you weren't speeding. You get pulled over. You reach up, you grab your trifold. Right on the front of it, it says, I plead the fifth. And then it says, I'm not going to answer any questions, where I'm going, where I'm coming from. And you film that. And you say, hello, copper. And then you film that. And then you slide the trifold out the window. And he's like, where are you going? And you say, I showed you with my camera that I pleaded the fifth already. What do you mean, where am I going? Where are you coming from? I just said it. It says it on the trifold. I plead the Fifth Amendment. I don't want to answer any questions without my lawyer. Well, where are you heading to? Officer, I just told you I plead the fifth. It's on camera. This video will go to court with me that shows that you harassed me. Harassed comes from the Clarence Thomas hearings back in 30 years ago. Harassed, all the Republicans and Democrats asked Anita Hill if she had been harassed by Clarence Thomas. So the word harassed, if you hear me say harassed, it's harassed. But that's how they said it during the hearings in 1992, 1991, 1992. I can't remember. This is how you deal with piggies. You do not talk to cops. And I'm telling you all this because this is a segue. So let me finish the whole scenario. Copper pulls you over. You grab your trifold down. You point your camera at it. It says, I plead the fifth. Here you go, copper. You slip him your license, registration, proof of insurance. And he says, where are you heading? And you say, I pleaded the fifth. And he says, where are you going to? And you say, officer, I just told you I pled the Fifth Amendment. I'm not going to answer any more questions. I'm filming it that I pled the fifth. It's in writing. I pled the fifth. Now I need you to please just write my ticket or leave me alone. Have a nice day, officer. I really backed the blue. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. You do not get in the back and forth with that copper. He wants you to answer any question he asks. What's your phone number? What's your address? What's your favorite color? Do you like extra pepperoni? Do not answer questions to cops. What's wrong with you? You don't have YouTube. You don't have TikTok. You don't have Instagram. You don't have Facebook. You haven't seen that once you start the back and forth with the copper, you're going to go to jail in the torture cuffs. They're going to bound you up like this. Your arm's going to be stuck. Yeah, what'd I do? There's that guy on YouTube always talking about, don't talk to cops. I was going to talk my way out of this. And now I'm going to the dungeon. And now I'm going to the dungeon. Okay. All right. Get off me. Get the flock off of me. Okay. So I'm going to cover a video. I'm going to cover a video today from this. I don't even think this is actually his video. Fair use. This is not even actually his video, but I like this auditor. I like this particular, I guess you call it a creator. I guess that's what it's called. And so this video right here is presented from Harvey Freebird. Harvey Freebird, 95.7 thousand subscribers. I'm going to copy his link right there. You see that bad chicken? I just copied that link. And I'm going to paste his link down here. There it is. I put the link for Harvey Freebird. Make sure you guys get over there. And what do I always ask you guys to do? Make sure you hit the like button and then drop a comment down here. Yo, Harvey. Thanks. The comment helps the algorithm for Harvey Freebird. And so, like I said, cop pulls over man that knows his rights for no reason and later arrests him. So, like I said, if you start a back and forth with this cop, and this guy even knows his rights, this is a pretty egregious video, to be honest with you. I mean, David, Shock Professor, what's going on? Brooklyn Audit, what's up, Playboy? Brooklyn Audit's in the hizzy wizzy. What's going on? Sherry, how are you? Good to see you. I'm looking at my phone over here so I can see some people's. Mark, what is going on? How are you? DLZ Clips, Integrity News, what's up? DLZ Clips, that's the backup channel. That's Colin over there running the backup channel on DLZ Clips. Make sure you guys subscribe to our backup channel, like, share, comment, all the ridiculously silly things. You have to jump through the hoops of social media so somebody will watch your channel. So let's jump right into Harvey Freebird's video because I like Harvey. I like his channel. I'm a big supporter of the Harvey Freebird channel right there. So drop him a comment right down here. Say, yo, Team DLZ sent me right there. There it is. All right, and let's get into this video and let's see exactly what we're talking about.
Shooting range or something over there?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This video comes to us from the YouTube channel Rob Huff. This happened in Sussex County, Virginia, and it was uploaded on May the 28th, 2023. And in my opinion, this looks like a clear-cut case of police harassment. This man gets pulled over, and this officer says it's because he heard shots fired in the area. Now, cops must have reasonable suspicion that a traffic violation or a crime has occurred to initiate a traffic stop. Now, this man, Rob Huff, handled this traffic stop beautifully. He knew his rights, and this obviously upset the officer, which led to future harassment and unlawful arrest, which I will get to shortly. Let's get to the video. See y'all later.
What's the problem? I got a shooting range or something over there.
My property.
Yeah. I ain't coming to attitude. I'm filing a complaint that somebody filed.
So the camera will work. Improve shortly. The camera fell and he's nervous.
Okay.
Do you have a shooting range over there and everything?
No, just my property.
That's your property?
Yeah.
Okay, so people currently shooting over there now?
What's going on?
So we get a call of shots fired in the area.
They were in the county. Yeah.
Listen, anytime shots fired in the area, you got the ID on you, sir?
I haven't committed a crime.
Right now, there's an investigation going on, sir, for
Watch
shots
yourself,
fired
please.
in the area, and I need to know who I made contact with.
I haven't committed a crime.
With Sussex Sheriff, I identify myself.
I haven't committed a crime.
Sir, what's your name?
I haven't committed a crime.
Okay, so it's good, but there's an error right here. So a cop comes up and says, let me see your ID. What you're going to say is, am I being detained or am I free to go? Now, the cop's probably going to say you're being detained. And then at that point, you pull your trifold out from your visor and you say, in that case, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. It's in writing right here. I'm filming it. I'm showing you. That means I want you to leave me alone from this point forward.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Rob. It's a pleasure to meet you, Hudson.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got a call of shots fired in the area.
I just want to say real quick, for this officer to pull this man over and say it's because he heard shots fired would be like pulling him over and saying, we heard that you were breathing. You can't just pull somebody over for no reason, officer.
Do you own? You say you own that land up there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long you live
Spot on commentary by Harvey Freebird there.
up there or just land?
Just land.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So originally called is shots fired in the area. Anytime shots fired in the area, we got to come. If it's hunting, hunting time, we get a lot of calls. So
Okay.
we have to investigate because we don't know what's going on. I don't know that there's land back there. I don't know that that belongs to you. I don't know that you shooting back there or whatever.
You don't know who it is. You don't know. You're just stopping random people. You don't know a lot of anything.
I don't know that stuff.
You don't know anything.
So I have to investigate.
Right. But you don't get to randomly investigate just anybody here because you want to say you're investigating. And your investigation, I don't have to help you with.
When a citizen call, we have to investigate.
No, you don't. You go out and see if there's any reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause. This is a huge mistake that these cops are making. When the cops get a call and say that someone is bad or this or that, sure, if you get a call, you can go out and take a look at what's going on. That doesn't mean you should be approaching anybody without reasonable articulable suspicion that they've just committed a crime or in the act of committing a crime or planning on committing a crime. So if the cops get a call, that doesn't mean they need to walk up and talk to you. If they get a call about you, they can walk up to the scene. And of course, what they should be doing is filming. That's how it should be going. And then looking around and going, well, they called and said someone was shooting a gun around here. I don't see anybody shooting a gun. I see people here, but I don't see anybody shooting a gun. I have no reasonable articulable suspicion. There's a couple people over there, But that doesn't mean that those are the people shooting a gun. A gun echo will be for miles around. So he has no reasonable articulable suspicion. So the entire stop is bogus. He stopped him because we got a call. Okay, you got a call. That doesn't mean my rights have to be infringed unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion at a minimum, which is Terry versus Ohio, or the probable cause standard of the Fourth Amendment from 1793. That's
So that's what I'm investigating. So again, you got your ID on you.
No, it's not illegal.
So I gotta make
I didn't break any laws.
Yeah, so we got a call of a red truck that shots fired in the area.
Okay.
So again, I'm investigating. There's an ongoing investigation. So do
What
you
crime?
have shots fired in the area?
that's not a crime, and he cannot attribute it to the man he's saying he's investigating. So this is an illegal detainment. At this point, you have grounds for a lawsuit because it's an illegal detainment.
That's a crime?
Yes,
in
sir.
the county?
Around the roadway and the houses in the area.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
sir.
no, it was never any.
Okay, I don't know that yet.
That's
I haven't
not
went
true.
back. The only thing I got is a red truck. So
I'm
again,
just gonna,
I have to
I'm
make.
just gonna exercise my Fifth Amendment right at this point.
Okay, that's fine. I need your ID though, sir.
I'm not gonna ID myself. I haven't broken the
Step
law.
out the vehicle for me, sir.
So he's saying that he has to invoke his Fifth Amendment right here. When he asks you for identification without probable cause, that's your Fourth Amendment violation. And no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause. So you don't have to give your identification unless there's probable cause. In some states, Nevada and a few other states, there is Hibble versus 6th District Court of Nevada, which states that if the cop has legitimate, reasonable, articulable suspicion and can articulate a single articulable fact of a crime that you have committed, are committing, or planning on committing, then at that point, you have to identify yourself to the peace officer in the way that you feel the most comfortable. So let's say, for example, that he had reasonable suspicion here, that a few more facts make it so there's reasonable suspicion. At that point, the person being inquisited would then have to say, I identify as good citizen. And then you are satisfying the holding of Hibble versus 6th District Courts of Nevada. So this is very important. Without probable cause, you don't give your identification to the cop. With reasonable articulable suspicion, if he says, hey, a guy in a red truck just robbed a convenience store, you're a guy in a red truck. Okay, cool. That matches up. My name is Good Citizen. I go by Good Citizen.
I don't consent to any searches or seizures.
I'm not searching this.
He had to step out of the car because of the 1977 holding Pennsylvania versus Mims. Pennsylvania versus Mims is based on the idea that you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. The holding is pretty explicit where it says that the cop has to believe that you're armed and presently dangerous. We need a freedom fighter to have little clothing on so that there's no doubt that he couldn't have a weapon hidden, and the camera rolling. And when the cop says, I'm ordering you out of the car, you say no. You're going to get arrested. You're going to go to jail. You'll be charged with crimes. But if I have my camera phone and the cop says, I need you to step out of the car, and the Pennsylvania versus Mims statute, that it's actually a holding from the Supreme Court from 1977, it does state that you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. However, it's very, very specific. A reasonable officer has to believe that you're armed and presently dangerous. So if you could prove with your camera, I'm wearing just a tank top and shorts that are jogging shorts, so they're short, and there's no bulges, I can literally pull my shirt up and show, officer, I don't have any weapons. There's no reason for me to get out of the car. You're going to go to jail for doing this, though. But you can actually challenge Pennsylvania versus Mims that cops are ordering people out of cars for their own amusement and for their own pleasure and for their own personal reasons. But you're not ordering me out of the car for the holding based on the idea that you have to believe, a prudent man must believe, I'm armed and presently dangerous.
I need to know, do you have your ID on you? I need to know if I make contact with you.
I haven't broken the law. Can you articulate a law that I've broken?
Right now, you must identify yourself, sir, because I have made contact and there's an
I haven't
ongoing
broken the
investigation.
law. I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right.
No, that's
So
I'm
you're
not
refusing.
answering
So
any
now
questions.
you're refusing.
so he's exercising his Fourth Amendment right from an unreasonable seizure of my identification.
To identify yourself to me.
You haven't articulated a crime.
Is an ongoing investigation of
An ongoing investigation is not reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
shots
What's the
fired in the
crime?
area, sir.
It's not a crime. It's an accounting.
You're missing the whole
I am
point, sir.
not.
No, he's not missing the point. You're missing the point, officer.
I am not giving up my Fifth Amendment right.
So
You're not
they're-
gonna,
It's not your Fifth Amendment right. Not giving up your ID is your Fourth Amendment right. The words he's speaking is giving up his Fifth Amendment right. If he had the trifold, he could point his phone at the trifold and say, I plead the fifth, stop asking me questions. You could give it to the copper and then say, any further questioning is harassment.
violate
That
my
land
Fourth
belongs to
Amendment
you.
right.
That land belongs to you.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any backstops behind any shoot that's going on back there?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay, that's fine. Give me 1 second.
Can I see your supervisor?
He is a supervisor, sir.
Okay. They say he is the supervisor. He has a supervisor.
Can I see your supervisor? I allow people to hunt on that property as well. So
Okay.
when they're hunting, is that a crime?
How much land you got?
I'm not going to answer any questions
Okay. And why? Why? I'm just going to
because I have a Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Okay. So
You swore an oath to uphold the Constitution.
Your Fifth Amendment right is your right to remain silent.
you sure did.
Can you articulate to me what the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution is?
Yeah, I can,
Please
but I'm
do.
not gonna because you obviously know it.
Well, why can't you, officer? That's the whole point. For some reason in our country, the idea of rigorous debate or even exchanging of knowledge is now being frowned upon because the government can't create their Nazi information center to control all information. So we can't debate it because then we could prove that the government is lying to us constantly. Maybe the bird flu of 2020 will give you a little reminder.
Okay.
Well, good
So
deal.
this is
What about
my
the first,
question.
second, and third?
All right.
I bet you
If-
don't.
If you want to assert your rights, I have no problem with
I'm
that.
being
okay?
illegally detained at this point.
Yes, he
Okay.
is.
Well, we're in the middle of an investigation.
Of
Okay.
what crime? It's not a crime. You can't even articulate a crime. I have no obligation to assist you in your investigation. You know?
Okay. So my question to you is this: you want to ask me a bunch of questions, but you don't want to answer any of my questions.
Yeah.
That's right. You're a public servant. You are below the line. Imagine a gigantic glass plate that's, Earth size, right? And on top of the glass plate is you and me. We're the citizens of America. Beneath the glass plate would be the government servants who are upholding our rights. Their job is to hold us up. That's his job, to answer our questions. You don't have to give him information. He's answering to you as he holds you up. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's
Why are
your
you being
job.
difficult?
I'm a citizen in America, and we have the Constitution. I know
Okay.
y'all don't
But that doesn't
believe in
answer
that
why
anymore.
you're being so difficult.
I don't have to answer any of your questions, officer.
Freedom ain't easy. Freedom ain't easy.
Okay.
Fifth
I
Amendment
just
to the
want to know what your
Constitution.
issue is. Why you don't want to talk to us?
I
That's
don't
my
like
question.
police. I'm sorry. I think
Okay.
you guys are tyrants.
Okay.
Yeah. If y'all actually upheld the Constitution like you swore an oath to do, then yeah, I would answer questions. But y'all don't do that anymore. You're fucking tyrants anymore, man. No offense to you. I mean, I'm sure you're.
No. Offense to you, officer. You are part of the Death Star organization that works consistently day in, day out to strip us of our rights. Thank you personally, from a business owner's position. Thank you so much. Every day, the police say they get 1 million touches a day with people in America. Every day you send to me hundreds of thousands of people who join Team DLZ.
You might be a good dude. I know. I don't know. I know y'all are sitting here wanting to ID me and violating my constitutional rights.
Okay. But getting your ID is not violating your
Yes,
rights.
Yes, it is.
it certainly is. That's the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution.
And how?
How is it?
Yeah.
Because I don't have to have any searches or seizures. You can't search.
No, the word specifically, and be very careful, it's reasonableness. The Fourth Amendment is based on a reasonableness standard. The Fourth Amendment is the right of the people to be free of unreasonable searches and seizures. The Supreme Court, when you file a federal civil rights lawsuit, as you know, that's what I do. When I sue cops for violating my Fourth Amendment right, it's for them being unreasonable. That's why when you saw me at the DUI checkpoint and I touched the DUI table, He said, hey, don't touch the table. And I said to him, actually, that's my table. You work for me. Touch. Because if you're going to arrest me for touching a table, that's going to violate the reasonableness standard of the Fourth Amendment, and I will sue your piggy ass.
Search or seize anything unless I've been suspected of a crime.
Okay.
Am I suspected of a crime?
I'll leave that up to my partner, sir.
There you go. You got our.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that's my partner. So no matter what, you don't have a brain. You didn't swear an oath to uphold the Constitution to hold up my rights.
Articulate a crime, and I'd be happy to ID myself if you can articulate.
You don't ID yourself if they articulate a crime. You identify how you want to be recognized as good citizen. And this is Hibble versus 6th District Court, Nevada. If there's reasonable suspicion of a crime, you only articulate how you want to be referenced. If there's probable cause that you have the stolen goods on you, that's probable cause. You stole something. Give ID. He might just give you a ticket and let you go home, or he could take you to jail because probable cause has been established.
A crime that I've broken or done something wrong.
Okay. Well, technically, we have enough to stop you for the incident that we're investigating.
No, technically, they don't have enough to stop him. This is an illegal detainment.
And technically, if you want to get into the aspects of the law, you're just driving down the road. We have a right to see your driver's license registration.
No, you don't have a. The cop's lying, or he's just stupid.
Court case law on that.
Yeah.
No, there's not Supreme Court case law that if you're driving down the road, you have to show your driver's license and registration.
If I violated the law.
Okay.
What's the law? What's the law that I violated?
Operating a vehicle on the roads of the Commonwealth.
That's against the law?
It's not against the law.
Well, then what the fuck do you need my ID for?
Once you have been stopped for a reasonable suspicion, you don't need.
He's not stopped for a reasonable suspicion. This is a hunch dragnet operation. There's no reasonable suspicion of him committing any crime whatsoever.
Suspicion of what crime? You can't articulate a crime.
Didn't he already tell you that?
He didn't articulate a crime.
Okay. But a crime is not reasonable suspicion. You need to talk to a better lawyer.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking to nobody.
Okay.
I'm just.
But a crime is not reasonable suspicion. A crime is probable cause.
All right.
That's true. A crime is probable cause.
Yeah. Reasonable articulable suspicion. If you can articulate to me reasonable articulable suspicion, I will be happy to ID myself.
I'm sorry. Don't be happy to give them your identification if there's reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. That's incorrect. The only time you have to give your identification to a cop is if there's probable cause. If there's reasonable articulable suspicion in some states like Nevada, and he runs up and you have the thing in your hand that the guy's saying was stolen, and that's reasonable suspicion, there could be two of these in an effort to turn a profit. The company may have sold the same bottle and I may have bought it. That still means, though, there's reasonable articulable suspicion. Cop runs up to me and I say, good evening, officer. Oh, you're investigating someone stole a bottle exactly like mine. They described this one exactly. So that's reasonable suspicion. Okay, cool. I identify as good citizen. But that doesn't mean I have to give my ID.
If you want to play the reasonable person standard, we'll play that. Okay. So we're responding to a shots fired call. We have a witness that sees your truck driving from that area, and now we're talking to you. That's reasonable suspicion according to Supreme Court.
No, it's not. So what he's using is the 1981 case of Cortez versus United States. Cortez is an extension of the 1968 case called Terry versus Ohio. In Cortez versus United States, 1980, 1981, hope I don't make the mistake on that year, but the point is Cortez says that a peace officer can take the totalitarian circumstances of the situation to create reasonable articulable suspicion. It is a booster shot for Terry versus Ohio. So listen to what the cop says here. And what he's actually trying to say is this is a Cortez stop.
I will be happy to ID myself.
If you want to play the reasonable person standard, we'll play
reasonable person standard, reasonable suspicion standard.
Play that. Okay. So
he's going to take the totalitarian circumstances of the scene to create reasonable suspicion. And if you add them all up, it equals zero.
We're responding to a shots fired call.
Okay. The cops heard some shots fired. Okay. That's cool. It has nothing to do with me.
We have a witness that sees your truck driving from that area.
You have someone who saw my truck in the area where a gunshot went off. That's not total circumstances of the scene.
And now we're talking to you.
Oh, and now you're talking to me as a third piece that they put together. So he put together, they heard a gunshot, nothing to do with me. Someone saw your truck in the area, doesn't matter. And now you're talking to me. Those 3 points are his Cortez's accumulation of circumstances to create reasonable articulable suspicion. And even then he wouldn't have to give his ID.
That's reasonable suspicion according to Supreme Court
crime?
all day.
What's the crime?
That is not reasonable suspicion at the court all day.
Shots fired.
That's
We're
against the
investigating
law?
it. Well, no, I don't
There
have
you go.
No, I don't have to have a crime to stop you. I don't
Yes,
have to have
you
a crime
do.
to ID you. I don't have to have a crime to talk to you.
Yes, you do. You must have a singular articulable fact of a crime I have committed, am in the act of committing, or planning on committing. That is the entire basis of the 1968 holding called Terry versus Ohio. Breathe through stupidity. Breathe through stupidity. Piggy, you must have reasonable suspicion and be able to articulate a single fact of the articulation that there's a crime.
You have to have a crime. If I've done something wrong, I will ID myself. You tell me what I've done wrong,
Show
and I
me,
will ID
show me
myself.
where in a law book anywhere that reasonable suspicion equals a crime.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Is this a Terry stop?
It doesn't.
Is this Terry v. Ohio? Is this a Terry stop?
Okay. No, I don't think it's a Terry
There
stop.
Yes, it is. You are detaining somebody with no probable cause. Probable cause is where I know for a fact you committed the crime. You have the stolen product. That's what probable cause is. The only reason in the United States and America you can detain somebody and freeze their action and essentially arrest them without calling it arrested is because of Terry versus Ohio. This is 100% a Terry stop.
I've done wrong.
Show
and I
me,
will ID
show me
myself.
where in a law book anywhere that reasonable suspicion equals a crime. It doesn't.
Is this a Terry stop?
It doesn't.
Is this Terry v. Ohio? Is this a Terry stop?
Okay. No, I don't think it's a Terry
There
stop.
you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Am I free to leave?
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
So this is the rule. I'm going to print out the laws of Sussex County. I'm going to put it on that fence. It is regulations that have to follow. We are going to report it. They are going to come and investigate your area that you're shooting over there.
So these are 2 dumb cops.
Again, I'm going to take a picture. I'll buy the camera right here.
I don't want you to trespass on my property.
Listen, sir.
Okay.
Again, shots was fired in their area. Their homes right there. You can't shoot within a certain feet of the homes. So if y'all are in violation of that, you will be charged. Okay?
There's still no crime.
Yes, it is a crime. You can't shoot within certain feet of a home,
So
sir.
how many feet was I in?
You're good to go, sir. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thank you.
So it's obvious that Sussex County sheriffs are harassing this man, and the harassment continued after he was let go from this illegal detention. As you can read here, what he had in the description of the video, it says, "Police let me go from this illegal detention only to arrest my father for trespassing on his land. I told them they were not welcome to enter. My nephew called me for help, and I was arrested for trespassing on my property. I was ultimately cited for cussing in public on his private property." And then he makes a call out to the civil rights lawyer, lackluster, and honor your oath. I'm not as big as those guys, but I will help you get your word out. All the contact information will be in the description on Rob Huff's channel and the Sussex County, Virginia Sheriff's Department. It definitely sounds like Rob Huff has a lawsuit.
I dropped the link for Harvey Freebird's channel just now in the comments. If you guys want to jump over there and subscribe to his channel, let him know Delete Laws sent you over there. So, you know, there was so many mistakes and errors that were stated by both the victim of that crime, Rob Huff, and the pigs on the scene. You do not give, I'm going to make another daily friendly reminder about this. You don't give your identification to police unless probable cause is established in any state for any reason. I don't care if it's a stop and ID state and they have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. You still don't have to give your identification. This is essentially that you understand this. In some stop and ID states, I think there's a list of, it comes from the Hibble versus 6th District Nevada courts. It states that if the police officer has reasonable articulable suspicion in a stop and ID state, and he can list a single articulable fact of criminal activity that you are suspected of committing, then you have to identify to the officer. not your identification. You have to identify how you are referenced. I identify as good citizen. I identify as free American. I identify as a pizza delivery boy. I don't care. But this is the point. There was so much wrong in that video. There were so many they were both of them were wrong on both sides. So it was really, really hard to follow that because there was just so much garbage. So as you guys know, let me pop back over here so you guys can see what's going on with the Playboy. Everybody, are you new here? Welcome to Delete Laws, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you for coming. If you're watching this and it's not on a Sunday, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Just take your finger right there and hit the like button, just like this. Just like that, hit the like button. And then in the comment section, type these words out. OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. These 4 letters stands for overturn Terry versus Ohio. Right this minute, do me a favor. Put OTVO in the chat. It would mean an absolute ton to me. And what I'll do is continue to sit and teach you guys where you can spot constitutional violations and what your rights are. So I want to show you guys something that came across my desk. And I was like, you know what? I love this channel. I watch this channel all the time. And so this is a long video. We're gonna skip through it a little bit because it's a 30-minute video. But this video comes from Junkyard Media Productions. So as you guys know, let me open up this screen big for you guys. And what I do is I come over here. I drop them a like. This is Junkyard News. So that's the name of this channel. I will put the link down in the comment section. And then right down here, I always make sure I say, thank you, Junkyard News Media. Team DLZ coming through. Pop in here, drop him a comment, let him know that Delete Laws sent you. This helps his algorithm. He's already got 1,500 comments and 136,000 views in 3 days. So this is pretty. You'll see.
Intended to inform and educate. This video was intended to inform and educate the public.
Good.
You gotta keep them separated.
Y'all cannot do a fucking thing to me. I'm untouchable.
Hi, callers. This is Madison. The voice of center. They're very assaulting. Approximately 10 people came up running.
Direction. Never mind.
Oh.
Three, I think I have the knife. Also, suspect here.
Wait, are you separated?
I believe so.
Wait, over here.
Nolan! Come here! Stop a second. What happened? Who did?
It is claimed that a youth pulled a knife and threatened a man and then dropped the knife in a garbage can, which the officer recovers. Now, this is important. It's claimed that it is claimed that the youth was wearing a white shirt and black shorts. That description is important. And then right up here, what they do is they get a guy with a white, they get a guy and they put him in custody. So
Right now.
So there it is right there. There's a guy wearing a white shirt and black shorts. So they got a call of a guy with a white shirt and black shorts who pulled the knife. They pulled the knife from the trash can. They grabbed this kid, whoever this person is, and they put him in the torture cuffs because he fits the description of what the call is. There's reasonable articulable suspicion. This is a great segue. There's reasonable articulable suspicion of him committing a crime of menacing or assault. He's wearing exactly what the caller said the person was wearing. That would give the police reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. If there's reasonable articulable suspicion, as you can see right here, you can be detained. What does detainment mean? It means you have to get on your knees and they're going to put you in torture cuffs. However, if someone has a knife, they recover a knife, and the person's wearing exactly what the caller said, that is reasonable articulable suspicion. That's the reason Terry was created. So I just want to point out, they got him. They got the guy who had the knife. He fits the description. They got him. They got the knife. They got the guy. There it is. It's over.
My hands are.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, listen. Hear me? What is it? Right.
They got him. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. They got him. They got the guy right there. The person said he was wearing a white shirt and black shorts. That's him.
Over here.
What's that?
I'm contracted to the exterior here.
Remember, police have a suspect in custody that matches the description.
I'm the guy that saw everything.
Okay, what happened?
Okay, so I was coming up, not this street, the one over here. Come up here. This is my Volvo, obviously. And what I heard, I hadn't even turned it on down. I heard a bunch of screaming. F you, I'm going to kill you. And so I just pulled in here, minding my business. And there's probably 20 kids, men, boys and girls. There was a kid, black sweatpants, blue t-shirt, short t-shirt, black shoes. They kind of looked like yours. They weren't like mine, like it's low, so I couldn't see the socks. And he's F you, I mean, screaming like really loud and doing a bunch of this stuff.
Which is not a crime. You can scream on the street.
This, but I saw nothing, okay? He got to, his one buddy came this way, but kind of across the street. He came around this way, kind of across the yard. That's why I noticed him, because I'm looking really for my road signs. And that's when I saw the gun, or the knife.
Who has a knife?
The kid with the black sweats. That's why I remember everything he wore. Black sweats. He didn't have an insignia on his t-shirt, but it wasn't like solid like this. There was something on.
He didn't have the black shorts and the white shirt.
No.
Okay, so because this is such a long video, you got it right there. He said there were some kids. So now police have 2 conflicting statements from 2 different people claim that kids have knives that ends up in a trash can.
But
so now this kid right here, he's locally known. This kid has some disabilities, some learning disabilities, and I mean he has some disabilities. If you watch the whole video, you'll see that I'm not just saying something negative about somebody. He's got some maybe bipolar, maybe he's schizophrenic, maybe he's on medication, because there's a long relationship between him and the police. However, he's on curfew. So that means he's following a state-run program for some sort of guidance, which is going to make him worse. But so they find him because he's just, remember, there was a group of 20 kids. Remember the description that the guy just gave me.
Yeah. Turn around for me. Oh, hell no. Come on.
I didn't do shit.
You have enough? Hey.
No, bro, you're not even putting me on cover.
So what happened with the knife, dude?
Ain't no knife.
You had the knife.
What knife?
The knife that you put in the trash.
What knife in the trash?
So because he's a kid on the street, the guy with the knife was the one wearing the white shirt with the black shorts. They got him. But because Nolan is known by the cops, because they know who he is, and he's out, and he's being described as one of the kids who was in the disagreement. Now he has to have police interaction. Where's the reasonable articulable suspicion of his crime when they got the other guy for the crime? Where is the probable cause standard? Where is it? It doesn't exist.
Good.
Oh my God, sir.
Lavina and Danner. So what happened to all this?
Ah, shit.
Who's your buddy in the white shirt?
I ain't got nobody in no white shirt. That dude,
How old are you now, Nolan?
dude who was walking up, I'm 15. Y'all can't do shit. Straight up. Y'all cannot do a fucking thing to me. I'm untouchable.
Why is that?
Go hold me in the station for 24 hours. That's all you can do. I didn't do shit. Y'all can't do shit.
So he's actually 100% correct. What Nolan is saying right now to the coppers, they can't do ish. They can't do anything to him because he's a minor. And so what are they going to do to him? Well, I'll show you. So, because this video is super long. So I'll show you what they're going to do to him is, so once he says, F you, you can't do anything to me. Then the copper.
Oh God. Yo, what's up, Trevor?
The copper's going to go make a phone call to his PO officer.
211 from 212 from coming to you.
Wait, is there someone still running? No, that's our suspect right there.
Yeah.
So he's going to call the PO officer, and then they're going to put Nolan in torture cuffs. I mean, look at this. They shackle us up like we're pigs, and then they're going to drive Nolan home. They're going to go to the guy's mom's house.
It happened right by Manistee.
And they explain to his mom that he had an altercation in the street and that Nolan pulled a knife. The cop right now is telling Nolan's mom that he had a knife, when that's not at all what the caller said. That's not even kind of sort of what the caller said. It's not even remotely close to what the caller said on the phone. The caller said the guy with the knife was the guy wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts, and the guy with the white t-shirt and black shorts threw the knife in the trash can. They went to the trash can where the caller told them the knife was, and they found the knife. So the caller isn't making a mistake. But then the other guy said, oh, I saw kids and they were beefing. And one guy was wearing a blue shirt with a thing and black shorts, sweats. But he didn't say he saw that kid with the knife. The other caller did, and described where the knife was thrown away. And now the cops are going to Nolan's mom and saying that he pulled the knife.
I don't know. He was supposed
to be there. So Eric talked to him, chilled him out a little bit. He was with some kid from Manistee.
I don't know. He said he was going down to the beach for Macker. And that was coming home.
He was with some kid like Tyler or something like that. And the kid wouldn't tell us his name. And...
Okay. So it's just the same old. They knew who had the knife because they went to where the caller said the knife was. But if the cops can hem you up and put you in torture cuffs, they will. If they can go to your friends and loved ones and lie to them and say your kid had a knife, then they will. That's the whole point of that video, is that we know who had the knife. We know where they put it. They recovered it. They put that guy in custody. But then some guy said there were kids out here screaming. And so you have a right to speech on the street. Right outside here, there can be someone screaming at the top of their lungs. I can't do anything about it. You have the right to speech. It's the first liberty of the First Amendment. And speech is your first liberty at birth. And where do we get this from? John Locke. John Locke, born in 1632. He's going to come up with the entire theory of the First Amendment, that the liberty to speak is what you're born with, that God gives you. The government recognized, our federal government, when our Constitution was written in the Bill of Rights, recognizes your right to speech in the First Amendment. Recognizing that speech is your first liberty given to you by God comes from John Locke. Our founding fathers took his book, Two Treatises of Government, and copied that idea. That's where it comes from. Free speech, the First Amendment, wraps religion, assembly, petition, press, and speech. the big 5 freedoms of the First Amendment come from the teachings of John Locke in his book, 2 Treatises of Government. It was plagiarized or copied or fair used by our founding fathers. That's where it comes from. So that's the basis of law. You guys hear me say I'm a constitutional law scholar. If you didn't know that the First Amendment comes from John Locke's natural law based on his book, 2 Treatises of Government and Essays in Understanding Humanity, you now have become a little bit closer to becoming a constitutional law scholar. That little stuff like that you learn, then you put that in your wheelhouse and boom, I got that. All right. A few hundred people. What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? Everybody do me a favor. Hit the like button. Just take your finger, reach down there and hit the like button. Thumbs up looks like that. And then in the comment section right down here, type the letters in OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. What that tells the YouTube algorithm, the YouTube gods, is that you're watching the content, you liked it, you participate in the comment, and then you watch the video, and boom, that helps so much. I don't know why. Pretty ridiculous. I got this video sent to me by several people. This next video I'm going to show you, if you call the cops on somebody, if you call the cops on your brother, your lover, your best friend, your cousin, your mother, expect bad things to happen to the person that you called the cops on. If you call the cops, expect bad things to happen to you. When you call pigs into your home, pigs are the most invasive species there is on Earth. There's no more invasive species than pigs. Maybe snakes? Maybe snakes? I don't know, though. I guess we could change the name for pigs to snakes. Here in America, it would pretty much be the same thing. Because as you know, if you call 911, you're either going to get a pig or you're going to get a snake. Okay. There's a 10% chance. I'm being a little generous. There is a 5% chance that if you call the cops, you'll get a reasonable, rational, logical-based, intelligent human being there to help you with your needs. That can be immediately trumped by the next a-hole supervisor that comes on the scene and decides that you should be detained, which means torture cuffs. So, all right. So this here, so now this says a black music producer who produces tracks for artists like Drake. I don't know why it says Draco here. Draco, is it Draco the Ruler or is that Drake? Does anybody know who Draco the Ruler is? Was manhandled and assaulted by LASD, Los Angeles Sheriff's Deputies, Sheriff's Department. Google that with LASD gangs. Put LASD gangs into Google and you'll see what I'm talking about. So this guy makes music, though. That's what he does. He makes beats. Take a look at his outfit. He's got his handicap placard up there. You got to see his handicap placard. He's got the tie-dye. Looks like it's a pretty nice seat car. It's got bucket leather seats. So now he's been pulled over here. And now let's get into a little bit of how this goes for him. I can tell you this, it's not going to go good. It doesn't go good for him.
I just wanted to get to a well-lit. Sir, I wanted to get. No, sir.
So he wanted to pull over in a well-lit location. So he didn't pull over right away. He pulled into a well-lit location.
Sir, what is you doing?
Don't put it in drive.
Sir, what are you doing? Sir, what are you doing? Why are you in my car? Why are you in my car? Why are you in my car? What did I get blurred for? Because I didn't do nothing, bro. I didn't do anything, did I? No.
Okay, trigger warning here. Let me pop on screen for a second, give you a trigger warning. He's going to try to suffocate this guy with his body weight and use his arm and his back to try to squeeze the air out of this young music producer. That's what's going to happen right now. So I want to just give you a fair warning. If you don't like someone being squished, this is kind of hard to watch because you can hear that his airways are being obstructed and that he can't breathe. And that's the entire point of the 250-pound, 300-pound dude who jumps in the car to suffocate him. I was screaming at the screen when I watched this. So I just want to give you a trigger warning. If that kind of stuff makes you sick to your stomach like it does me, get ready.
I'm not. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Let me get pepper spray. Let me get pepper spray. He's reaching his chin to car. Mom. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. My hands on your chin.
Reggie, you see?
Do you see him manipulating his elbow into the man's chest as he puts his 300 pounds of weight across his body? All you have to do is take your elbow and protrude it into the person's chest that you're laying on. And of course, you'll hear this.
My hands on your chin.
Reggie, you see?
Is there anything? Me, sir. You're hurting me.
My hands on your chin.
Oh, Manchester.
You're attempting to turn on the view.
No, I'm not. Stop playing. Stop playing. No, I am not.
Josh, give me a flashlight. Yeah.
No.
No.
Stop resisting. No, I'm not resisting.
Look,
I'm not. I'm on.
You're gonna step out now. Okay? Give me.
I mean, just absolutely atrociously bad. All he wanted to do was pull over in a safe place so that he would have some cameras and some lights on him. He didn't want to feel afraid. And so, of course, any rational person, does that make me irrational? Because I'm not afraid. Any rational person who's driving in the night that's being pulled over by an invasive pig or snake species is going to have legitimate concerns for their own safety. So he wants to pull over into an area where there could be others that are going to see what happens to him. And when he does that, because he doesn't pull over right away, as soon as the snakes come up, boy, snakes would be a better name than pigs, wouldn't it? As soon as the pigs come up, as soon as the snakes come up, then right away they start attacking him and hurting him and trying to jerk him out of the car.
Your hands. Okay.
Mom.
Step out. Step out of the car.
I'm on Manchester.
Come step out.
And isn't it, I mean, haven't we seen this now? Listen to what he says right here. He says, Mom.
Is there anything?
Me, sir. You're hurting me.
My hands on your chin.
Oh, Manchester.
You're attempting to turn on the view.
No, I'm not. Stop playing. Stop playing. No, I am not.
Josh, give me a flashlight. Yeah.
No.
No.
Stop resisting. No, I'm not resisting.
Look,
I'm not. I'm on.
You're gonna step out now. Okay? Give me your hands. Okay. Now step out. Step out of the car.
I'm on Manchester.
Come step out. Step out.
He's talking to his mother.
I'm at the mobile station.
Step out, sir.
I'm at the mobile
Sir,
station.
you need to step out. Step out.
Mobile, by the road. Right your route.
Step out.
No, don't.
Look how this man is driving his weight into a guy who weighs about 125 pounds and driving his shoulder and elbow into his chest and neck and chin. He already said, I'm under your chin.
Hang on my
Sir,
phone.
stop
Don't
resisting.
hang on my phone.
Sir, don't worry about that. Stop resisting, sir. Step out.
I'm not resisting.
Okay, step out when
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
Step out. Step out of the vehicle.
Sir, please stop. Sir, please stop.
Get out.
Sir, please stop.
Get him out.
Sir, please stop.
Get out.
I mean, and look at the way they treat this human being. Look at how they're treating him. It's just unbelievable that we've allowed this.
Sir, please stop. Okay, I'm going to
So look at his body. He's just a tiny little guy.
Get out of the car.
Yeah. So I mean, I watch these things and I just think to myself, how did we allow this to happen in our country? The idea that if you don't pull over the moment the cherries and berries comes on, well, then you must be trying to run from the police in a digital era where there's cameras on every house, on your phone. People carry cameras on their lapels, but you're going to get away, which is kind of far-fetched. Once in a while, a blue moon, it happens, but not very often. And so he won't get out because he just wants them. They start to try to get into his car right away. And he starts to say, hey, wait, don't get in my car. Why are you getting in my car? He doesn't understand. And he's a producer of rap music. So you know what they talk about, how the cops grab you, kill you, rape you, persecute you, prosecute you. And so he doesn't trust them at all whatsoever. It's like, I just can't. How did we allow this to happen in our country? you're a super fan. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at that. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. And then I'm a super fan of yours. I cheer you on in your videos all the time. Thanks for everything you're doing. It's so much bigger than just content. Hero. I'm just one person taking my set of skills and bringing it to this fight. I can do anything I want with my life. I have a vast array of skills. I could do all kinds of things for work and make a lot more money than this job. But listen, if you guys do support me, and by the way, now that I just said that, let me read off a couple of names because a couple more, a couple donations rolled in, and I just wanted to thank those people who literally just sent me a Cash App just in the past. Dallas just threw in some money for the Dollar Hide family. Thank you, Dallas. Appreciate it. James, thank you. Angela, Chan, thank you. AX, Dennis, Troy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Levi, thank you. Luke, thank you. Unreasonable, articulate, and I'm going back into some, but anyway, so we've allowed this to happen, and we have to change it where cops can't just attack us in our cars, and that's what's happening. Cops attack us in our car. They target us in our car, and then if we don't do what they want, when they want, how they want, they either hurt us physically, take us to jail, or shoot us. And it has to change. It absolutely has to change. Absolutely has to change. So now it's the end of the week, as you guys know, and at the end of the week, what I do is I go down all of the tabs that I opened this week that I didn't get done, that I didn't get a chance to show all the different tabs. And so one of my favorite subreddits is, thank you, Wordspost. So everybody, listen, there's like 400 people here. So let's everybody do me a favor, hit the like button, take your finger and hit the like button. And right now, while you're here, put OTVO in the chat. Just put OTVO. It means a ton to me. See those 4 letters right there? OTVO. Just type those 4 letters in the chat. It really helps the algorithm a lot. If you drop a comment, even 4 letters, OTVO. If you're a hater, feel free to drop some hatred as quickly as you can. Put it out there. Helps the algorithm so much. If you would, please, OTVO and hit that thumbs up button. Happy Sunday, everybody. If you're not watching this on a Sunday, every Sunday, I go down the list of tabs that I opened up on my URL all week long that I didn't get a chance to go over. On police brutality here on Reddit, there are quite a few different things that I wanted to cover this week.
On the wrong side of bars. The Gwinnett County police officer is spending the night in jail on the wrong side of bars. Officer Patrick Ventura was accused of molesting a young girl. Channel News' Veronica Griffith is live at the jail tonight. And Veronica, you spoke to Officer Ventura's sister just hours after the arrest was announced.
Yeah, I talked to the officer's family at their home. His mother called his older sister for me. She told me in a telephone interview he should not be here tonight and that he's a good person. Gwinnett County Police released this mugshot of one of their own, second-year police officer, 28-year-old Patrick Benjamin Ventura. His older sister doesn't want to be identified, but she told me in a phone interview the family is shocked by it all.
I mean, you know, look at the slant of this article. They're calling the cops family members who are saying that he's a good guy. He's being charged with child molestation. Why are the reporters interviewing the family of the man accused instead of the family of the child that was sexually abused? This is state-run media in the United States of America. Absolutely disgusting. She's trying to validate that the cop is a good person. That's the state-run media in our country. And she is black, which is astounding to me. 90% of the black community knows that cops are scum, lying pigs, and she's doing the bidding for the pigs. Unbelievable.
Right? Because I know my brother.
Ventura was arrested and charged with 2 counts of child molestation involving a young girl under the age of 16. He's also facing 1 count of sexual battery against a child under the age of 16 and 1 count of violation of oath of office.
He always be respectful, brother.
Detectives say the arrest.
Wow. I mean, this is the reason why we're watching this right now. They have a counterweight for the pig being charged of child molestation for a child under the age of 16. And then they show the charges and they cut back to the sister saying, he's a good person. He didn't do it. What the hell? This is state-run media. I mean, unbelievable.
Arrest comes after an investigation that started late July. It was led by his patrol supervisor after noticing some inconsistencies in his patrol activities. The Special Victims Unit was called in to help. The allegations and arrest has shaken Ventura's sister to her core.
He always is worried for.
I mean, just put a 1 in the chat if this, you never see this. I've never, wait a minute. The lying state-run media has the molester's sister on the phone doing the bidding that he's innocent, and this is your news station, and you wonder why we are now the media, why I get more views than CNN. Why is that? Because you're a garbage organization.
For me, for my daughter, my mom.
We're told Ventura, who works out of the North Precinct, graduated from the academy in the spring of 2021, and that he's now been served with a letter of intent to terminate. The Gwinnett County Police Department offered a statement that reads in part, "We work hard to provide excellent customer service to our community, and we hold one another to a high standard of personal conduct. Though the actions of Ventura do not represent the hardworking members of the Gwinnett County Police Department, we hold every one of our officers accountable for their actions."
I mean, do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat if you think Ventura's actions do represent a portion of the police department. What Ventura did represents a large 40% of the police department. Now, 40% of them may not be raping high school kids or junior high school kids or younger. 40% of them are beating their wives or beating their children. So Ventura is representative of the Gwinnett Police Department. Chief. When do we stop calling these guys chief and captain and lieutenant? We have a domestic peace officers corps here in America. We don't have a militaristic system of generals and lieutenants and corporals and commanders so they can play G.I. Joe loser as they dress up in their SWAT gear in America. Absolutely ridiculous. It is representative of the Gwinnett Police Department.
I can tell you.
The Gwinnett County Police Department, we hold every one of our officers accountable.
No, you
for their
don't
actions.
hold every one of your officers accountable. Police around the country are not being held accountable. Don't sit there and lie.
I can tell you. He's not doing that. He's not that guy.
How does she know? How does she know if her brother is a piece of crap pedophile? How many people have a friend or a brother or a cousin or a dad or an uncle or a sister who is a cop? And how many of you have told your family and friends, oh, my sister, she's not that way. Oh, my brother, my son, my dad, they were the good cop. They were never a part of the group think mentality, officer safety. I can abuse anybody anytime I want. Never. They would never participate in that. Did you go with your brother on his calls? Were you with him? Were you with him? Did you go on all of his calls? Did you see everything he did? Because I would bet that it's a 99 percentile that your friend who's really cool, really good guy, he would never participate in those things. He does exactly participate in those things. Lies on reports or omits facts on reports. Oh, he wasn't part of the pillaging, raping, and beating. He didn't charge anybody. He watched. And then the other pigs who did the beating, raping, and pillaging gave him a copy of their report and said, make your report match. And your brother, cousin, dad, uncle made his report match to the lying pig's report. That's what your brother did. Don't tell me your brother's one of the good cops. We know from the Mullen Commission that the good cops are really upset with the bad cops and they wish they would stop. It says that. It says exactly that. So don't sit there and tell me how the person you know is the good cop.
The Back Here Live, Officer Ventura is being held here without bond. Detectives tell us there is so much more to this story that just can't be released right now. Reporting live at the Gwinnett County Jail, Veronica Griffin, WSB Tonight.
Gwinnett County.
The Gwinnett County police officer.
A Gwinnett County police officer. All right. It's just unbelievable to me that we would even consider that this isn't a policy and practice of a lot of cops, because they know they can get away with doing things that are untold. So it's not a policy and practice to be a child molester for all of them. But for this particular one, I think that it is. That if he's 28 and he's been accused of 2, that's a compulsory thing. It's where it's compulsory, where they just do it. It's an impulse action to be a pedophile. And so this jackboot thug pig, hopefully we got him. Hopefully we got him. Hopefully we got him. Hopefully that's it. What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? CC Hope is here. What's going on, CC Yogi? What is going on? Randall Hill, Denty Jen. What's going on, Denty? Where you been? Where you been? KT is here. Katie Fry's here. What's going on? Mr. Staying Lawful. What's going on? What is going on? Steven Anderson putting a 1 in the chat. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Listen, everybody, welcome to Delete Laws. There's hundreds of people watching right now. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Just take your finger and hit the like button. It looks like that with the thumb down there. And then type in the comment section, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. Just type it in the comment section, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. I don't care when you're watching this. Put OTVO in the comment section. Just do it. It takes you 4 letters, less than 4 seconds. OTVO. Do me a favor. All right. So we're going down on Sunday at the end of every week. I open up all my tabs that I didn't get a chance to talk about, and I talk about them. So on my favorite Reddit thread, which is called Police Brutality. So this one right here, this one says 3 Colorado officers won't be charged for beating a homeless military veteran. Now, I got to be honest with you. This is going to be tough to watch. This is hard. Just so you know, this is tough. This is a tough one. The cops beat this guy. It's pretty tough. But as you know, at Team DLZ, we watch it. So let's get into it.
I'm going to ask you to just not reach for anything and step on out of the vehicle, okay?
What I'm coming out the vehicle for?
We'll talk about that, okay?
He's getting out of the vehicle. Okay. So in a video earlier, we talked about when the cops order you out of the car, they're ordering you out of the car using Terry versus Ohio. Terry versus Ohio extended in a 1977 case called Pennsylvania versus Mims, where the cop can order you out of the car because he believes that you're armed and presently dangerous. But he has to believe that you're armed and presently dangerous to order you out of the car. This Pennsylvania versus Mims holding, 1977, an extension of the 1968 holding called Terry versus Ohio, needs to be challenged all the way up the court system, meaning that a freedom fighter will have to tell a cop, no, I'm not getting out, even though according to the Supreme Court, it's a lawful order, and I'm willing to go to jail for that because a prudent man could not believe that I'm armed and presently a danger to you or others. And that is the statute. That is the holding of Pennsylvania versus Mims. So we need a freedom fighter to challenge it. And that's why he's saying, get out of the car. That's a lawful order.
I'm going to ask you to just not reach for anything and step on out of the vehicle, okay?
What I'm coming out the vehicle for?
We'll talk about that, okay? So just step on out for DUI. All right, so stand up, turn around, hands behind your back.
Step out of the car, man. Hands behind my back.
Yes, you're going to be the same handcuffs.
No, I'm not.
You're about to stand up. Victor 9-1 fighting.
Stop fighting me, bro. Quit fighting. He's assaulting me. I'm not assaulting you, bro. Get out of the car.
Did you see the pig over there punching him in the head? Watch the pig punch him in the head and listen to the times he gets hit. Listen to the punches landing.
Stop fighting me, bro.
They're both throwing punch, 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 punch.
Fighting.
See him over there? That cop right there? He's punching him. There's another punch. There's another punch. There's another punch.
He's assaulting me. I'm not.
He's punching him in the face over and over and over again.
Assaulting you, bro. Get out of the car. I got ready.
Look at that. This is based on the Pennsylvania versus Mims holding that you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety, an extension of Terry versus Ohio.
All right. What the fuck do, bro? I'm trying.
He was homeless and sleeping in his car.
My brother. Oh, my.
Now he's saying, my brother, please, my brother.
Oh, my brother. Oh, my brother. Oh.
Yeah. You go. No, you're done. You're done. You're all right.
You're done. You're all right. You beat the shit out of a dude, and that's okay.
That left arm, it's like, don't fucking do it, dude.
There's two attorneys in Georgia, again, Harry Daniels and Latrice Lattin. They say their client, his name's Dalvin Gadsden.
Look at his face. Look what they did to his face.
Was viciously beaten by officers after he was pulled over for driving without a license, or without a license plate, rather, back in October. Now the attorneys are sharing CSPD body cam video from that night. You can see police pull Gadsden over. They call for backup. Shortly after, several officers ask Gadsden to get out of the car for a DUI investigation. And when Gadsden refuses to comply, Daniel.
So he's literally he's literally asleep in the park. That part's kind of being not being presented. This man is asleep in his car. See that? That's a park. He's in a parking lot sleeping. He's homeless. And they pick on the most vulnerable, the nasty jackboot thug pigs. He's asleep in his car. He's not going to be driving anywhere. He's staying there for the night. He's bewildered why they're bothering him. And get this, they're investigating him for marijuana. Marijuana doesn't impair you. Sanjay Gupta did an entire study on driving on marijuana. It doesn't impair you like alcohol does. It's silly to even consider it under the DUI statutes. It's ridiculous. But look at him. He was just asleep in a parking lot. That was his crime. He went to sleep.
Gadsden refuses to comply. Daniels says police used close-handed fists to, quote, beat him out of the car. This went on for over a minute. According to Daniels, Gadsden faced 2 counts of second-degree assault following the incident.
So Gadsden faces 2 counts of second-degree assault. Once again, we're seeing that the police are lying about them being assaulted. It's a daily occurrence on this channel. I show videos every day where the police lie and say that they were assaulted. Gadsden's facing 2 charges of assault. You guys just watched it. He got the hell beat out of him. He blocked the punches with his face.
On for over a minute. According to Daniels, Gadsden faced 2 counts of second-degree assault following the incident.
So Gadsden faces 2 counts of assault,
which have since been dropped. CSPD tells us, our news partners rather.
Look at his face.
To plan, they will plan on making a comment today after reviewing facts of this case.
Attorneys for a Colorado Springs man have filed a federal lawsuit against 3 police officers and the city. This stems from a 29-year-old man's arrest in October. Dalvin Gadsden was living out of his car when officers pulled him over. In recently released body cam footage, 2 officers can be seen punching and kicking him while he refused to get out of the car.
My feelings hurt. My body hurt. This is no way that a human should be treated. I'm also a military veteran. These police officers, they definitely need to be fired and arrested. All 3 of them.
So just so you know, here's the worst part of what Delvin just said. They won't be arrested and they won't be charged. The police create policy for their police department. Their policy, I bet my life on, is that if you don't comply to being put in torture cuffs or to following a lawful order like Pennsylvania versus Mims, that they can use pain compliance, meaning a fist, to beat it into you. It's the policy of the police department. The policy of the police department is tied to the state contract that we have with police departments. The police department is an autonomous organization. It creates policies that then are representative of the state, city, borough, district. That's why you see when I sue federally like he is, often the city or the state or the county will be attached to the lawsuit, because even though the city, county, or state didn't make the policy that cops can use pain compliance to get you to comply, they're liable for it because they made a contract with that autonomous policing agency that is law enforcing, which is supposed to be peace officer, which is supposed to be upholding our rights. But instead, now the city, county, or state is liable for the bad policy created by policing. The cop will get away with it because of qualified immunity. He won't face any repercussions at all, any charges, nothing. And then they'll have to say, we're going to retrain the policy, meaning they need more money to retrain their officers. This is how broken this system is, because they're autonomous. There's no third-party agency to say, well, we're going to change the policy and then we're going to enact these disciplines for people who violate our policies. A third party, not the cops themselves. You have to understand what an autonomous policing organization can do. Whatever they want, they just have to create a policy. And the cops who do it are not liable for anything that happens to you because it was their policy.
Make no mistake about it. This is a case that needs to be publicized. Why? It's happened so many times here in America, across the country, and we're sick and tired of it.
Lawsuit says Gadsden suffered injuries to his face, back, chest, and his head, and claims that he still suffers ongoing distress.
So this is where the cops are showing their hands. And look how happy he is. Look at the smile on this. Look at the smile on this pig's face. I mean, look at that. Look at these pigs showing their hands, how they got injured by beating a man in the face who wasn't resisting or doing anything other than didn't want to get out of his car. He just didn't want to get out of the car because he knew that he would be beat. He knew that he would get beat. I mean, just an absolute and total scam. Just I expected him. Oh, we saw this one the other day. This is the Pomeranian dog. So Delvin Gadsden, now he has to sue federally, but the cops who punched him in the face over and over and over again won't face any kind of disciplinary criminal charges at all. Nothing. This is a broken system. When we watch someone get punched in the face over and over and over again, and there's no charges for that, for the person who did the punching, then we have a broken system. We don't have a rule of law system. This is a tyrannical police state, prison state, death state system. People will argue with me about how volunteerism or anarchism is really good for our country. Well, why don't we try rule of law first? Because we've never lived under it. We've never lived. The rule of law has never upheld our rights. The rule of law has been used to strip us of our rights. There's a big difference in wording. The rule of law is to uphold your rights, or you live under the rule of law. If you live under the rule of law, you're living under law enforcers. If you live with the rule of law, it upholds your rights. The wording really matters. That's why we have to get rid of that stupid term, law enforcers. It has to be completely and utterly deleted from our lexicon. It has to be completely deleted from our lexicon. So, all right, where are we? Let me see where we are. We got people here still? Yeah, so what's going on, Playboy? What's going on? What is going on? Do I see Rome in the house? Tim C., what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Club of Rome, what's going on? DLZ Clips, make sure you guys get over to the backup channel, Delete Laws Clips. That's Colin over there, clicking on the buttons. Everybody, welcome to Delete Laws. Thank you for coming to my channel. Do me a favor, hit the like button, that thumbs up button down there, and then type down in the comment OTVO. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the comment section for me. I want to look down in the comment section and see hundreds of OTVO. So I was showing you guys a video. I was talking about a video earlier, and I actually pulled up the wrong video, but it didn't really matter. I was like, let me share with them what happens if you call the cops. Anybody remember the song by Rob Hustle? I would play it, but I can't. They'll copyright it. This is what happens when you call the cops. It's by an artist named Rob Hustle, Hustle. And he wrote a song, This Is What Happens When You Call the Cops. I would love to show it, but they'll copyright strike me. Just so you guys know, I showed that stupid song the other day, Back the Blue. I got a copyright strike. So you can't show any music, unfortunately. But if you decide that you're going to call 911 on someone, be sure that you want to call 911 on your friend, on your boyfriend, your lover, your cousin, your mother. Make sure that you want to see that person get attacked. Make sure that you want to be under the thumb of law enforcers. Before you do it, make sure that you have made the decision in your heart that you want to be subjugated, that you want to be at the whim of people who love to be in control of you. Before you call 911 next time, make sure you think that through. Make sure you really think that through. This video is riveting.
2023 in Marshfield, Wisconsin. A distressing 911 call was received from a female urgently requesting an officer's assistance, but refusing to provide further information. The call was accompanied by the sounds of a male shouting in the background. In response, officers were promptly dispatched to the location traced through the ping of the female's cell phone.
Police department! Police department, open the door! Police department, open the door!
Hello?
Hey, this is Officer Clash, Marshall Police Department, calling you.
So why did she answer the phone? I've made so many shorts about this. If the cops call your phone, don't pick it up. If the cops are knocking on your door, don't answer it. If they say, is anybody in there? Don't answer. Ring, ring, ring. This is the sheriff's department calling my phone right now. Ring, ring, ring. 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 Stops ringing. A few minutes later. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. If the cops are calling me, I'm not talking to those jackboot thug pigs. Why did she answer the phone? Do not answer the phone.
Hey, this is Officer Clash, Marshall Police Department, calling you. What's going on? Well, we got a call from this number stating, okay, well, what apartment are you guys in? Well, we're trying to, we just want to make sure everything's okay, all right?
Did she tell them what apartment they were in and they cut it out?
So we just got to check on everyone. Okay.
Why are you talking to cops? What do I always say? You use the trifold, you invoke your Fifth Amendment, you don't talk to cops, and this is the reason why.
Well, how would you know we're knocking on the door?
We're not leaving. Come to the door. Open the door.
Oh.
What's going on?
I have to go to work. No, I have to go to work.
Okay.
I'm not willing to be late for work.
Okay, what's going on?
I have to, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I have to go to work. I don't even know why you guys are here. Get away from me, please. You're making me feel, I want the chief of police here.
Okay.
Whoever the supervisor is, I want here.
Okay, he's coming.
Okay, I have to go to work. I don't have time for this, sir. I have to go to work.
So you called him.
No, I didn't. I don't know who called you.
Okay.
I did call you.
What's your phone number? Start with that.
603-85. I'm from New Hampshire. Well, I'm from Massachusetts originally.
Okay, so who's in the apartment with you?
Me?
Okay, who else?
Me?
Because there's someone else.
I have to get ready, sir.
Okay.
I have to go to work.
We got our.
I have to go to work.
We got a call.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh.
Okay, so that's the number that called 911.
I actually have two different numbers on my
That's the
phone.
number that called.
So there's the number that called 911 and she answered the phone. If you don't want anything to do with cops, don't answer the phone.
Oh, you're right. It was.
They needed some help.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
I have to go to work, y'all. I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I'm not talking to you. I'm not speaking to you. I have to go to work.
Who else is inside?
I have to go to work. You guys are going to cause me to lose my job. Please let me go to work. There's no one inside. Please let me go home. Please. I have to go to work. I have to go to work, sir.
The fuck are you doing?
Oh my God, stop.
Get the fuck away from me.
Get
over here.
Stop.
Get the fuck away from here.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
My baby's in there. My baby's in there. No,
And now you called the cops, and now they're putting you in torture cuffs, honey bunny. She's got her baby in there.
Stop. He's in the bathroom, guys, in the bathroom. Please go get him. No one get my necklace.
I didn't do anything. I thought you guys were hurting my wife. I didn't do anything.
Make sure before you call the cops on your loved ones, make sure if you don't want to see your best friend face down in torture cuffs with knees in their neck and people holding them down, be sure you really need the government's help. Be sure. Make sure you don't just fall.
Officer! I can't breathe! You just tased my boyfriend for no reason!
You need to calm down.
You just know I can't breathe. No!
You're gonna go outside.
I can't go!
Let's go
I
outside.
Oh my God!
And you're going to listen.
I can't believe it.
And you're going to listen to what we tell you.
I gotta adjust this cuff too before.
Okay, hold on.
I just tighten down when she was pulling.
I
One second.
Oh my God.
No, you are yelling.
You! Fuck you!
Arguing in the police.
You're the one that called, honey bunny.
Brandon, your first name, right?
Yes,
Brandon,
sir.
all we had to do was talk about that, right?
Okay.
That's all we wanted to do when we came here.
I'm
Can we
sorry.
sit you up?
Can you take the taser out of my leg,
Yeah,
please?
we want to sit you up though, so you're not laying on it, okay?
Guys, I didn't do anything wrong.
You came out tensed up at us, man. You can't be doing that.
Come out with your fist.
I didn't
ready to
leave
go.
my apartment. I did not leave my apartment.
You did, but you can't come out trying to fight us.
He just lost his job.
All right.
He just lost his job. I can't afford to lose my job. Please help me. Please. Please.
So the couple's going through all kinds of stuff. She calls 911 and now their life's turned upside down.
Guys. Please. Please. I'm gonna lose my job.
Have a seat in here.
And now she's being, listen, so I just want to point this out. Let's just take a real quick moment. She called 911, said she needed help from her boyfriend or her husband, whoever the guy is. And now she's in torture cuffs and she's being put in a cage. She's lost all composure. She's lost all of her marbles. And her baby's in there, was in the bathroom. So that means the kid was either on the toilet or in the tub when they raided the house. And she's the one who called them. This woman here, she called the cops. Notice she's in torture cuffs. Notice she's being put in a cage. She called. Before you call, remember, before you call the cops, take a look. You sure you need them? Are you sure you want them in your life? Are you positive?
I'm gonna lose my job. Please don't. Please, I'm not gonna run. Why would you guys handcuff me? I wasn't running.
Okay, listen. You called 911. Just listen, all right? All right.
I called 911 because he was being a douchebag. I was just trying to threaten him with the fucking cops.
Okay, that's
That was
inappropriate.
it.
First of all, right?
I understand that, but
Okay.
he wasn't doing anything. I wasn't doing anything.
Okay, you got every.
So just so you know, she just admitted to a crime by talking. She said, and let me just play it back so we can hear it, and I'll tell you the crime.
Please, I'm not gonna run. Why would you guys hit?
All right.
I called 911 because he was being a douchebag. I was just trying to threaten him with the fucking cops.
Okay, there it is. That's a crime. That's making a false police report. She just said she committed a crime. They can charge her now because she talked. I always preach, grab my trifold, plead the Fifth Amendment, show the camera the trifold, show the trifold to the cop, and show the cop that you're recording it for your court case against him for harassing you. She opened up her mouth and walked herself into a crime.
Okay, that's
That was
inappropriate.
it.
First of all, right?
I understand that, but
Okay.
he wasn't doing anything. I wasn't doing anything.
Okay, you got every police officer over here because we thought someone was being murdered, beat up, and
No, I'm fine. You guys did all of
And when
this.
we
He
show
thought
up-
that you were hurting me. Of course, he came out here to help me. He thought you guys were hurting me.
She's the definition of Karen, is she not? Put Karen down in the chat. Put Karen in the comment section.
you called
You
911.
just tased him.
Yeah.
He
Okay, so that's not how you talk to cops.
She can go on the
No, please. I have to
Put
go.
your legs inside.
Sir, I have
Put
to.
your legs inside.
I'm trying to talk to you like a normal person.
Put your legs inside the vehicle.
Please talk.
She has a kid she could lose. She's got to keep her composure. When everybody else is losing their head, keep yours.
Talk to
No,
me.
put your legs inside the vehicle right now.
Can you please talk to me?
No, put your legs
Can you
inside.
put the window down?
We can roll the window
Can
down.
I please be in the know? I want to know what's happening. Guys, please. I have to work. I'm under arrest.
Yep.
Yeah, you can be in the know, honey. You called 911. Now you know not to do that.
You're under arrest for obstructing an officer, first of all.
Now they're just making up crimes.
Go to jail?
No, you're not going to jail. You're under arrest right now.
I have to work at noon, guys. I can't afford to lose my job.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have called 911. And
I didn't do anything, sir.
yes, you did.
So I'm
Now, don't get me wrong. She's a dumb shit for sure. Okay, for sure. He just lost his job. They live in a low-income housing. The husband or boyfriend lost his job. They're having an argument. They have a baby. They have a child. And now the cops are saying, well, now we're going to charge you with crimes. Too bad. Sorry about that. She called the cops like an idiot. And sure, she's a moron for sure. He said all the cops showed up here because we needed to help you, but we didn't need all the cops. We needed one cop with a camera. We needed one cop with a camera to go and take a look around and see what happened and sit down and talk with her and have her say exactly this. And then talk about what her restitution is going to be for filing a false police report. But it's not obstructing police.
I'm going to lose the work at noon. Please.
Put your leg in. Put your leg in, or you will go to jail. Put your leg in the car. No, you're going.
Okay,
No, I'm sorry. Put your leg
down, please.
Put your leg in the car.
Please put the window down a little
Put
bit.
your leg in the car.
Look, hold on. Now listen, I'm not saying she's not a moron. I'm not saying she doesn't have her flaws. Look at where she's being locked into. Look at where they're putting her. There's a cage right up against her. There's a tiny little space to put her body in here. And she doesn't want to be locked in with her arms strapped behind her back with a seatbelt across her chest with the door closed in a tinted in window with a cage.
Put your leg in, or you will go to jail.
Look at the tiny space. She can barely fit a body in there.
Put your leg in the car.
Is it amazing that your natural reaction? Look, she's dropping her leg down because she doesn't want the door to close on her and for her to be sealed inside of that dungeon system. Look at where they're putting her. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not justifying what she did and saying, oh, everybody should be able to do this. She should have to face restitution for abusing the city services. Locking her like this is inhumane, inappropriate, and wrong. She needs to be taken for a timeout, set down, and have a conversation with so we can figure out what the hell's wrong with her and what the hell's wrong with her situation.
You're going.
Okay,
No, I'm sorry. Put your leg down, please. Put your leg in the car.
Please put the window down a little bit.
Put your leg in the car.
She's saying, can you please put the window down a little bit because she doesn't want to be in that tiny little area.
A little bit.
That was weird.
That's not weird, dude.
It's just a little bit.
That was weird.
Is it weird that someone doesn't want to be locked away in a tiny little claustrophobic space and strapped in with there's a shackle like a pig behind their back? That's weird.
How you doing, Officer Bird?
I'm okay.
Nice to see you.
I'm gonna take care of you here, buddy.
Oh, you're gonna take care of me? If you weren't here, I wouldn't be needing any care.
hope there's not going to be anything stupid from this. Nobody's hurt. I don't feel like I'm not going to make paperwork out of it. So if you need needle nose, I have needle nose in the cabinet.
I'll put the window down a little bit. Stop yelling.
Talk to me. I need to know what's going on, please, sir.
You're being arrested for 1, disorderly conduct. 2, resisting an officer.
I wasn't resisting,
3,
sir.
Now, listen to the charges that he's listing out for her. She's already in a panic state, frantic, out of her mind. She has a child in there. How old, I'm not sure. But she's already losing composure and scared and locked away, just wants the window to be down so she doesn't feel like she's locked away. And now he's listing all the charges. He's going to charge her with crimes. It's a broken system.
I have to go to work
that is resisting an officer.
Sir, I have to go to work at noon.
And 3, for obstructing an officer by filing a false police report.
He can't even get his words out properly. There's 2 charges there. Which is it?
Which caused us.
Hey, wasn't I called the police because he was yelling?
Okay, you told me that you just made that up.
No, I told you he was yelling.
That he was being a
so I called the
douchebag.
cops.
Yeah,
Sir, I can't afford to lose my job.
I'm sorry about that.
So they're already having the worst time in life. He just lost his job. They're in screaming matches. They have a baby or a toddler. She has her job at noon. But now that the cops had to come, we have to ruin and burn down everything here. We came here and it didn't go exactly how we wanted. So we're going to ruin you, ruin your family, and charge you with crimes, arrest you. You're going to lose your job now. That's what we need the government for, to come in and be a ruiner.
I have to go down to the station.
You're going to come down to the station right now, yeah.
Please, can you bring me back now? I'm trying to be back before work, please.
No.
Of course not. That's the meaning of despotism. The application of law in a cruel and unusual way, and they enjoy it. That's called despotism.
So is she going to be held?
We don't know yet. You just screamed in my face.
What? Who cares? Get over it. Butthurt pig.
Sorry, I have a baby I have to take care of.
Where's your baby right now?
In there.
In there?
Yes, sir. I have to go to work.
Okay.
Please, I have to go to work, please.
So who's going to watch the baby?
I'll call out. I'll call out. I just have to be with my baby. Please don't take him away from me.
All right. We're not going to take your baby, but we got to find somebody for him right now.
Wow, look at that. Because you yelled at me and you made this hard for me, even though I signed up to be a pig, because of you, it didn't go how I wanted. So we're going to charge you with crimes, and you got to find someone to watch that baby now, because we might take your husband to jail too.
We have to go through what just happened right here, and we're going to go do that at the police department.
Okay, well, can we go now? I have to work.
You want to call them and just let them know you're going to be late?
What a total prick.
I'm the one that opens.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's not...
He's laughing. You inconvenienced me. You inconvenienced me and you yelled at me, so I'm going to ruin your life. You're going to lose your job.
I can't. I'm the one that opens.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen right at this exact moment. So.
Okay, well, yeah, can I please call them? I have everything's in my phone.
Okay. Well, we'll have to go get that in a second here.
Sir, what's going on with my boyfriend?
I don't know. I'm out here talking to you. Do you think I know?
Okay, your decisions got you here.
Your decisions got you here?
My decisions? I didn't do anything besides try getting her to calm down and cook her breakfast this morning. I didn't do anything besides cook bacon and sausages for us.
What part of cooking has you stepping through a doorway with your fist raised at police?
We have to work through what?
So it's about the butthurt pigs. He stepped through the doorway with his hands raised because he believed you were attacking his girlfriend, like any good man would do.
Happened to make sure that nothing else happened. All right. And we're not going to rush this because you're on a time schedule.
Don't call the cops.
Sir, please. Nothing happened. He was yelling and I called the cops and that is it.
Okay. You were screaming that
you guys just look for
we need to get there.
reason to arrest me. I don't get it.
I don't even know who you...
What are you talking about? You don't get it. That's their job. Their goal is to arrest people every day. When they leave the station, their goal is to arrest somebody.
Are.
I am not telling you.
Okay, well then that's another reason we're not going to let you go then. She said that her boyfriend was being a douchebag and that she wanted him to get scared.
Yep, that's basically what he said.
Obstructing, disorderly conduct, and resisting, in my opinion.
Yeah. So when she...
Wow, so they're going to charge her with a bunch of crimes.
Started screaming like she's being right now, he came to the door like...
We were hurting?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were hurting her.
Fist up, ready to go.
Does he need to go to jail over this?
He's...
Yeah, like we were hurting her.
Fist up, ready to go.
Does he need to go to jail over this?
Does he need to go to jail too? When they just said the stories corroborate that they both agree that she's the one who freaked out and called 911 because she's irrational. And now he's asking, does he need to go to jail too? That's crazy.
There's a baby in the room in there?
Yep.
Okay, so if he's rational and capable, let's leave him there based on the circumstances.
Okay. Are you going to stay calm?
Yes, I promise.
Okay. I need you to stay calm and cooperative at this point, all right? I'm going to have Officer Fox unhandcuff you so you can tend to your baby.
Okay. What is your name?
Sir,
What?
I'm not yet, please. I have to go to work.
Okay, what is your name?
I have to go to work.
I'm asking you what your name is
Why?
so I can address you.
Shakira.
Okay, is that your name?
Shakira. You can call me Shakira.
Shakira what?
Shakira Flabbergasted.
Shakira Flabbergasted. Okay. Do you have any mental illnesses that I need to be concerned about?
No, just bring me to the fucking police station. Can someone let me call my work, please?
Not at this time.
I cannot afford to lose my job, please. Please. Can I please call my work?
Not at this time. I told you
Why?
that. Because you're under arrest.
Sir, can you call them for me? All you have to do is go in my phone.
I don't have your phone with you.
And I wasn't lying earlier. I have two different numbers on one phone. I have an eSIM card and a regular SIM card. I was not lying to you guys. I'm gonna lose my job.
I don't know what to tell you.
Sir, please just
No, your actions are way inappropriate.
Okay, maybe they are, but taking her to a dungeon when she's got a baby and her husband the boyfriend just lost the job, that's inappropriate. That's unreasonable. You're ruining her life because she's an idiot. I agree. Charge her with something, give her a ticket for filing a false police report, and then have her do community service. But don't have her lose her job.
And your neighbors don't have to put up with this?
Sir, I just want to make sure I don't lose my job.
I don't know what to tell you. I will call them.
Why would you tase him? He wasn't doing anything wrong. You guys are so fucking trigger happy. It's ridiculous. All cops deserve to get shot.
Okay.
Fucking tase my fucking husband? What the fuck kind of shit is that? There's fucking 6 of you. You guys could have bum rushed him, you fucking loser. Bring me to the hospital.
For what?
Bring me to the hospital.
For what?
Bring me to the hospital. I want to kill myself, and I feel like I want to kill myself. Bring me to the hospital.
That was really stupid. She just told the cop while she has a baby that she's feeling suicidal and needs to go to the hospital. Don't do that. Once the state can give you a 5150, which means you're cuckoo, they can control your life with no criminal charges. None. If you say stupid shit like that, they're going to be able to control your life, even put you on mandatory state medication. Don't ever. This chick is a total moron.
Okay. Duly noted.
Bring me to the hospital. I want to kill myself. I'm having thoughts of suicide. Bring me to the hospital. Bring me to the hospital. I'm having thoughts of suicide. I want to kill myself. I'd like to talk to an officer.
Okay. What would you like to talk about?
I would like to go to the hospital. I'm feeling suicidal.
We're not going to take you to the hospital because you're going to go to jail. So,
Really?
yep.
Wait, what is he doing then?
We're still working through that, but
Wait, why am I going to jail?
I told you that already.
Can I just get bailed out?
No.
Wait, I'm going to jail for
Yeah.
real? Wait, why? I'm going to sleep in a prison? Sir, why am I getting arrested?
For disorderly conduct?
So she can't believe that she's going to go to sleep in a dungeon. And it's a dungeon. It's a metal bed, metal benches, concrete floors, no pillows, no sanitation, no toothbrushes, no razors, no soap, no regular shower. She's going to be treated like hell. And granted, she is a moron. She should be charged with a crime of abusing the 911 system and filing a false police report. She should have to face restitution for what she's done. That doesn't mean it has to be distributed in this way. They can literally give her a ticket.
Obstructing an officer?
He's not getting arrested?
We may arrest him too, yeah. But
So what about my baby?
we'll take care of the baby.
Oh my God, you're going to take my baby?
I'm not going to take your baby.
Is CPS coming to get my baby?
Did I say that? No, I did not say that at all. Okay.
Why can't I just get bailed out?
Because you just said you're feeling suicidal, you moron.
Because in
Oh my God, please, sir, please, no, please.
Why don't you calm down and get your head?
I'll be 1095 to the PD beginning of 74990. 74990.
Oh,
I don't have
God.
a name for you
What's
right now.
going on with my baby? Is he getting arrested? Sir, why am I getting arrested?
Because you created a giant disturbance here.
I didn't do anything. I didn't know that I was resisting.
She doesn't need to be arrested. She doesn't need to be taken to a dungeon. She should have to face what she's done. She has broken the law. I'm for rule of law. I'm not for anybody just deciding they can break any laws they want whenever they want. I'm not pro drunk driving. I'm not pro assault. I'm not pro thievery. I'm not pro criminality at all whatsoever. I'm the opposite. I'm pro rule of law. I saw yesterday, I'll show the video after this.
This thing, I was just trying to see if he was okay, sir. Please don't do this. I will swear to God, I will stop from here on out, guys. Please. Please.
No part of your actions have
Sir,
caused me to believe
I'm
you.
trying to talk to you like a normal person right now, sir. Please.
Okay. You have not identified yourself yet either.
My birthday is 10. My social security number is. Please, sir, don't arrest me, please. I guess I'm already arrested.
You are arrested, yes.
I only called because I was trying to scare him into not yelling at me anymore. I was wrong. That was wrong. I was wrong. That was illegal. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm the one getting arrested.
Because of your behaviors after it.
Sir, please don't arrest me.
You are arrested right now.
Okay, well, please don't let me stay over the night. I promise my actions will change.
Right. I'm not seeing a significant change in your behavior, but
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
just take a couple breaths. Hey, just take it.
No, I don't.
You're not listening. Take a couple breaths, and we'll talk when we're at the PD. Just breathe for a couple minutes.
Okay, so I think that we get it here, right? Do not call the police on somebody else unless you want to be arrested or you want to see them get arrested or worse. This idea, and it's caused from white fright. This is where the 911 system is created, that you can call the cops on black people. This is how we have it. This is the reason why it exists. It's from white fright. So you can call the cops to come deal with the black people. I wish that was different. I wish that wasn't true. And then in the industrial era, throughout the roaring 20s and 30s, you're going to have the transition from I don't want to get too lost in a history lesson here, but so when the 20s, during what is going to be from 1897 until 1937, you're going to have the Lochner era, which is going to be based on the 1905 case called New York versus Lochner. From that time period, when we were leaving the plantation system and we were still doing a ton of cotton, but we were going into this new industrial revolution in the beginning of the 20th century, 1900 until 1960s, 1970. So we have this industrial revolution, and it's called the Lochner era. And the reason it's called the Lochner era is because during that time period from 1897 till 1937, the Supreme Court of America, what they did is all the holdings that they had were to benefit big business. They didn't uphold our constitutional rights. They went against the people constantly. And that was called the Lochner era. And so during that time period of the Lochner era, they had a system created so that if the workers revolted, if the people who were working for your bread factory, like in New York versus Lochner, if they revolted and began to strike or even began to tear the place down, you could call in the cops and they would come and quell the uprising. This is the reason why we have this 911 system. This is how it was created and the reason why it was created. And there's some stuff in there. There's a lot of details that are going to be here and there. But this is, I'm telling you, this is the reason why we have, you can call the cops, is to quell worker uprising and to call the cops on black people. White fright. So that's what you get. That's what you get. I read a lot. I read a lot of stuff. So now let's do this. Let's jump into a news article. Everybody who's in here. Wow, we still have hundreds of people here watching. Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for coming to Delete Laws. I do appreciate you coming to the channel. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. That's the thumbs up button right down there. And then put in the chat OTVO. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in there. Just write OTVO. I want to see like hundreds and hundreds in the comments where it says OTVO as soon as this video starts. OTVO. Put it in the comments right there. I want to see it right there. Overturn Terry. JTL is here. What's going on? DJ Smith, Mr. Hans, Bruce, what is going on? The tribe is here. KT, OTVO, John Rambo. I appreciate that. OTVO. Put it in the comments. OTVO. Just drop it right there real fast. Now hit the like button. Hit the like button. Just real quick, hit the like button. Okay, so I was going down one of my favorite Reddit subreddits on the website Reddit subreddit, Reddit. Yo, words post. Thanks, man. Appreciate the OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. God bless you. So now let me show you guys something. I was looking through my favorite subreddit and I saw this in here and I thought, man, I've got to talk about this out loud. Let me open this bad chicken so we can get into it together. 33 officers arrests in 3 years. Sheriff asks what we're doing wrong. Smuggling and assaults have plagued an overcrowded and understaffed jail in Richmond County, Georgia, where the sheriff blames low pay. No, sheriff, no. You've given absolute power to pigs, and that's the problem. Richard Roundtree, the sheriff of Richmond County, Georgia, has a problem. More than 30 of his officers have been arrested in the last 3 years, mostly on charges of smuggling into the county jail or assaulting inmates. We ask ourselves what we're doing wrong and what we can be doing. Roundtree said after announcing the arrest of a jailer on charges that he passed synthetic marijuana to a detainee, to someone who's being tortured. In some ways, the crisis of Richmond County reflects a dilemma facing many Americans' county jails where people accused of crimes are held before trial or short-served sentences. Across the country, jails are overcrowded and understaffed. Oh my God. We need more money for jails, more staffing, or we need to stop arresting so many people. How about that? They're overcrowded, understaffed. Inmates and workers say making conditions worse for both prisoners and guards. The arrests in Richmond County may be a result of those factors, although Roundtree has said he's still trying to figure out why there have been so many officers charged with crimes and how to curb the misconduct. Are we missing something in the hiring process? Are we not providing enough training? All of these issues have been exhaustively addressed and discussed and is still occurring despite the fact that deputies are consistently being arrested and losing their careers. Roundtree added, the only constant truth we have been able to detect is monetary gain. It simply appears it's all about money. Roundtree's office declined a statement or an interview when referring to NBC News report and referred to NBC News reports in his public statements. The sheriff, who has a staff of 700, said it would help if the county commissioner gave him more money to boost salaries. That's so stupid. Give more money to a corrupt and broken system. Payroll records show that jailers earn $42,500 a year and road patrol pirates earn an average of $46,500. Low pay, Roundtree says, makes it difficult to recruit and keep good people, and it makes tempting to smuggle drugs or other items in exchange for cash. But Richmond County Augusta Commissioner Wayne Guilfoyle said money is not an excuse. The reason they're doing the illegal activity has nothing to do with pay. It's a flaw in the person. I think he needs to rise to the standards of the quality he's hiring. Okay, so let me chime in here. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. It said the reason they're doing the illegal activities has nothing to do with pay. It's a character flaw in the person. That's incorrect. Obviously, the guy who made that quote has read zero philosophy. He's read zero history. Throughout the history of time, when you put groups of people together, and these people have and these people have not, the people who were previously not criminal in the have-not group will turn criminal if they see other people have things that they want that they can't get. Essays in Understanding Humanity by John Locke. People will do things. The Social Contract by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. He stated when writing The Social Contract that when you create a private property system, you will create criminality and you will create a class system. Because when you have private property, you'll have those who want what the private property owners have. And so in a system of people who have and don't have, the people who don't have will take from the people who have. So it's not a character flaw. It's simply that they want more for themselves. That doesn't make you have a character flaw. We've done the test on rhesus monkeys. REEC. It's like Reese's Pieces, but there's Reese's monkeys. And what they did with Reese's monkeys is they gave the monkeys 2 different treats, either a cherry or a cucumber. And when you were rewarding the monkeys with just the cucumber over and over and over for the things that they did good, the monkey was very happy to take the cucumber and eat it. And then they introduced a cherry treat for the monkeys who did the things that they wanted them to do. And so they gave them a cherry treat when they achieved the task that was required. However, for a subgroup, for a control group of monkeys, they only gave them the cucumber treat instead of the cherry treat. The same control group who was perfectly content to receive the cucumber as a reward for completing the task, when they saw that the other monkeys were getting cherries, they threw the cucumber to the side and threw a fit and refused to participate in the experiment. Do those monkeys who no longer wanted the cucumber, do they have a flaw in character? No, they don't. When you create a system of haves and have-nots, in John Locke's Essays in Understanding Humanity, in Jean-Jacques Rousseau's Social Contract, we know that those who do not have will take from those who have. So we're hiring the stupidest people to be these pigs. I know that, and I am autodidactic, self-taught. I learned everything on my own. So if I know that and I can apply that with no professor ever teaching me that, then we have dumb shits as these pigs is what's happening. The reason they're doing the illegal activity has nothing to do with it's a character flaw. Roundtree has said that he's exploring enhanced vetting of recruits, including more robust background checks and expanding training and access to in-house counselors to try to curb the misconduct. It won't work. It won't work. Now let's take a look at another article that I read. I want to make sure that you guys can see this. Let me see what you guys see. There it is. Okay, cool. Hey, Melissa Hope, thanks for joining and becoming a member. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for King Charles. Thanks for the super sticker. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I mean, so you guys, what are we doing? That's why those of us who have need to share. Thank you so much, Crombie VR. Thank you for the super chat. I super appreciate it. Wow, this is a super chat day. Holy smokes. Greetings, everyone. It's Goose. Hey, Goose, I watch your TikTok, bro. You guys, if you haven't seen Static and Noise, I'm not sure if he's doing the same thing, but remember, we all have a voice, and together we can change the world. I totally agree with you, Goose. This is my TikTok buddy. I watch when I go on TikTok. I only watch a few different auditors and creators, and Goose is one of the guys I watch. And it's funny, I've never got to talk to the guy. So, with that being said, let me show you guys something here. Sorry about that. Whoops. Let me show you guys something here. So this says ex-cop killed pedestrian, took the body home to his parents, then brought it back to the crash scene, learns his fate. Luis Santiago and Damon Z. Dimka. Let me see what you guys can see so I can make sure you guys are being able to read it. A 26-year-old former New Jersey police officer will spend several years behind jails after admittingly drunkenly hitting a pedestrian with his car, leaving the scene, coming back to claim the victim's dead body, driving home with the remains in his vehicle, and then returning a second time to put the body back. Superior Court Judge Ronald D. Wigler on Wednesday sentenced Luis Santiago to serve 5 years in a state correctional facility for the 2001 slaying of a 29-year-old nurse named Damon Z. Dimka. So he killed this dude. He killed him drunk driving. He got 5 years. How's that right? How is that right? How is that correct? Santiago, so they made a pig deal. Santiago made a pig deal using his pig license and pleaded guilty to 1 count of reckless vehicular homicide, desecrating human remains, and official misconduct. In exchange, prosecutors dropped the remaining 13 counts he was facing. Put a 1 in the chat if they wouldn't have done that if you're not a pig. Put a 1 in the chat if that is a special pig deal. You think they would drop 13 charges against you after you killed somebody in your car, took the body home, then brought it back and re-put it at the same scene? They would drop the charges against you. You only get 5 years. If I killed someone drunk driving, I'd go to prison for 25 years. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm telling the truth. If Chille, right here, me, I'm Chille, I delete laws. If I killed someone drunk driving on the side of the road, took their body home, and then brought it back. Do you think I'd do 25 years in prison? Put a 1 in the chat if you think I'd do 25 years. Just put 25 years. In exchange, and so Santiago pleaded guilty to driving under the influence, for which he received a sentence of 30 days. He killed someone, and he got a 30-day sentence. In addition to his prison time, Santiago will serve 3 years of post-release supervision and is prohibited from working in the public sector. Oh, he doesn't get to be a pig anymore, but the pig license got him off. Santiago's father, who's also named Luis Santiago, pleaded guilty to obstructing the administration of law and was sentenced to 2 years of probation. The former Newark Police Department lieutenant lied to investigators about what happened on the night of the fatal crash. Oh my goodness. Are you guys getting what I'm putting down here? So his pig father helped him lie and steal the... So you had 2 cops. You had 2 cops, one a lieutenant and one a new copper. And together the father-son duo murdered a guy on the street and then got away with it. Santiago is going to be sentenced to 5 years. He'll do 1.5 years, 2 years tops. And then he can't be a cop anymore? That's the punishment? Santiago's father pled guilty to obstruction of the administration of law and got 2 years of probation for helping cover up the murder. Santiago's mother was initially charged for allegedly help her son after he brought Dimka's body to her house, but a grand jury declined to indict her and the charges against her were dropped. It's a crime family. Before being formally sentenced, an emotional Santiago addressed the court and apologized for the pain his action has caused the Dimka family and friends. What a load of crap. What a load of absolute. So a cop, his pig dad, and the pig mom, they kill a guy who's 30 years old. They take the body and they try to dispose of it, but then the sobriety hits because they were drunk. Both the lieutenant pig and the younger pig, Luis Santiago, they were both drunk. And so then once the alcohol wears off, they're like, let's bring the body back. So they bring the body back, and then the lieutenant, who's been a lieutenant in Newark for 25 years, he gets probation. He knows the law. He's supposed to know the law. This is unbelievable. I mean, that is just unbelievable. And they all get away with it. Every last one of them gets away with it. That is unbelievable to me. That is some sick ass crap. That is sick. Ansonia Luis. Ansonia, what did I say his name is? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. So what I'll do is I'm going to go down let me start again here. We got hundreds of people here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Delete Laws. Thank you for coming to the Delete Laws channel. Do me a favor, hit the like button and then type in the comment section OTVO, which stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. The thumbs up button looks like that. Just go over and tap the like button so it goes doop, thumbs up, and then type down in the comment section OTVO, Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it down there. Put it down there. You're watching this video? Put it down there. Put it down there. So, as usual, I'm going down the list of things that I take a look at every single week. And at the end of the week, I go over all the tabs that I didn't get a chance to cover this past week. And I came across this tab. As you guys know, 2 out of 5 cops beat their wives, their children, or both. Beat them, molest them, whatever they do. It's 2 out of 5 cops, and the statistic has been solid for years. 2 out of 5 cops beat their wives or beat their spouse or beat their children. And so I saw this come across my desk the other day. Someone sent this to me, and it said, an Ansona police officer is facing charges of assaulting a child. Kristen Idle, 48, is facing charges of strangulation and domestic violence in connection to an alleged assault that happened Thursday night, according to Darke County Common Pleas court recorders. Documents filed Friday morning show deputies from the Darke County Sheriff's Office were called out to High Street Thursday night on a domestic violence complaint. A woman called and said that she had been outside the home on W. Weller Street when Idle came out and told her she needs to get her son out of the house. The woman and her sons had been living with Idle for several months, but further information about the relation was not provided according to court documents. The woman followed Idle back into the house and said he immediately began striking and kicking her 8-year-old son. Whoa. Just so you guys know, you don't strike and hit 8-year-olds. You don't. Joel, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. You don't strike and hit children. I had a big hand in helping raise my nephews and niece. And just so you know, in their entire lives, I never hit them. Not once, ever. Never. It never happened. So the idea that you would start striking and hitting an 8-year-old is just unbelievable to me. When the child spoke to the police, he claimed Idle had grabbed him by his neck with 2 hands and that he also spanked and kicked him several times. The child had redness and bruising all over his neck that deputies said appeared to be broken blood vessels. When deputies spoke with Idle, he said he had spanked the child multiple times and had held him against the wall by the back of his neck before going and get his mother. Idle said he then struck the child again and gave him a kick in the butt when the child tried to lie. Everybody knows. I mean, come on. Everybody knows that when a kid is lying, what you want to do is kick him. Any kid who lies, kick him. That's what you want to do. Just like this copper. The kid's lying to you, you had better kick him. You had better kick that kid. Kick that kid. If a kid lies to you, the way you solve that, if any kid ever lies to you, you know what you do? Kick him. Give him a good kick. Obviously, this is sarcasm. Idle was arrested and booked into the Darke County Jail. He's expected to appear in court today, according to Darke County Sheriff Mark Whitaker. Idle has been a cop with the Ansonia Police Department since August of 2017, according to Ansonia Police Chief Frank Shapiro. He's currently on administrative leave, and the case is under investigation by the Darke County Sheriff's Office. I will drop this link down here in the chat for you all. Here it is. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate the super chat, man. God bless you. I appreciate that. There is the link for that right there if you guys want to take a look at that bad chicken. If you want to take a look at that bad chicken, unbelievable. I mean, Chevy, what's going on, Chevy? What's going on, brother? Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Chevy. I haven't seen V. Boyer here today. I got Chuck P in the comments. What's going on, Dr. Donna, Alan Hub? Everybody, welcome to Delete Law's channel. Thank you for coming. Hit the thumbs up button. Drop down in the comment section, OTVO. We proceed down on a Sunday afternoon. If you're watching this next week, next month, next year, hit the like button and type in the comment section, OTVO. Type that down in there. Thank you guys so much for the super chat. It has been a super chat Sunday. Oh my goodness. You guys have really shown me the love. I am so absolutely grateful. Thank you, Crombie VR, for the super chat from Canada. God bless you. I was raised in Alaska, so I've driven through Canada a few times down in Alaska. Up in Alaska, we call it Canada sometimes just for fun. And the Canadians, the Canucks up there in Canada. Welcome to Delete Laws, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Hit your thumbs up button and then hit OTVO in the chat below. Larry, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Okay, so I always watch Reddit, and I have another subreddit that has become my favorite subreddit because it's just so meme-worthy. If you guys are not, and for other YouTube creators who are in the space of against the pigs in our country, this subreddit is great for all activists who don't like cops, and I don't like them. They don't like me. I don't like them. Who doesn't like you? I don't like you. I don't like you, copper. You're the cancer in our society. It takes a person to uphold tyrannical law created by politicians, and you are the dungeon executioner, enforcer of the tyrannical law. So I have something against you. You signed up for that Death Star. Oh, someone's got to do it. Doesn't have to be you. Let them hire the morons so that we can see the more and more the morons are, the faster we can change the system. Doesn't have to be you doing it. Doesn't have to be you. So this is called first responder cringe. First responder cringe. And I found this on Reddit and I absolutely love it. So this is, why is this so cringy? Firefighter, grumpy old man, my silence doesn't mean I agree with you. It means your stupidity renders me speechless. I don't know what that is. But there is some really good first responder. Is that like a bustier for, oh my God, that would be a great Halloween costume though. That's funny. I just made this orange line flag design in honor of our Popeyes workers of America. Please join me in saying thank you to them for their service. There it is right there. There's the Popeyes. There's the Popeyes. That is hilarious. Look, I'm all for supporting the army since my husband's in it, but this is a little bit wacko. Yeah, it's a little bit wacko when you're celebrating gas masks and attacking and killing. Our military is used as a mercenary force all over the world. That's pretty tacky, if you ask me. That's pretty tacky. Supporting public safety to the max. Nicholas, and there's a, is that a supporting police safety? Do you see that? It says along the bottom of that, it says supporting police safety. Nicholas in Arizona, man, you are the king of the douchebags, my friend. You are the king of the douchebags. On call for life. Oh, God. This one count? I don't know. I can't see it. Mom RN. Yeah, that's pretty cringy. That's pretty. Oh, what is that? Is this the red for the first responders, for the ambulance and the firefighters? I'm not sure what that is. That's pretty cringy, though. That's pretty cringy. Oh, here's the one. Okay, his life matters. Okay. Let's talk about this one. Let's have a little conversation about this. So this is a created picture, probably a model with someone, whatever. So his life matters as she hugs him, and it says his life matters on her arm, and it says police. Do police lives matter? Of course they do. Of course his life matters. However, his life matters less to me when the job that he does acts as a road pirate to try to catch you in some infraction of the law so that he can kidnap you by force, put you in torture cuffs, and drag you off to a dungeon, the most dangerous place for you in the United States of America. When this pig arrests you, where the daughter has his life matters written on her arm, when he arrests you and takes you to the dungeon, your life doesn't matter. The treatment of you and how you're being treated with the torture cuffs on your knees, with the knees being put in your neck, you being thrown to the ground, abused, put into a torture cage, drugged down to the dungeon where you go through a series of possibly strip searches where you have to turn around, squat, and cough. They'll take dominion over your fingertips, and then they lock you into a dirty, filthy dungeon that's made of metal and concrete. But his life matters. His life matters as much as my life matters. And as long as this filthy jackboot thug pig is dragging people down to a dungeon, his life to me is worth paper. Because he is the executioner. He is the dungeon master. This man is a pig. I do not give him a pass. His life will matter when we abolish jails and prisons. The only people who should be living in a box are criminally insane people. And we can test them to see if they're criminally insane. People who are criminally insane often can't hide it very well. 95% of the people living in dungeons, in jails, and prisons in America are not criminally insane. They lack education and they lack finance. If you gave them education where they could get finance, 95% of people would not be in prison today. So his life will matter to me when my life matters to him. And that's the point of this particular meme. So I just wanted to chime in on that. I just couldn't believe his life matters. Yeah, but what about mine? Mine's irrelevant. Support New York City punishers. I'm not sure if that's a Punisher's a biker gang or if that's NYC cops. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. So I don't know the answer. Oh God. I'm glad that wasn't porn. Thank God that wasn't porn. First responders get their own Bibles now. First responders, Psalms 91, they get their own Bibles now. I better be careful. I better make sure that I don't click on anything that's blurred out. I better make sure that I don't click on anything that's not blurred out. That was really scary. I'm glad I didn't click on that and it wasn't someone naked. That was really scary. Thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Crombie VR. Is that Canada? Is that the same one or is that someone different? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Lots of super chats coming in today. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. But let's jump right back into this. Back D blue. It says back D blue right there. Really? You'll back the blue till it happens to you. Oh, they got their blue stripes going on over there? Wow. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, God. That is absolutely disgusting. That is absolutely... Look at that. How in the world could anybody ever see that on someone else and think that that's a good thing? That is unbelievable to me. What in the world would you ever do that? That is so disgusting. That is crazy to me. Why would you do that? All right, I could go down and down and down and just keep looking at first responder cringe. But there's just one more video. There's actually two. I wasn't going to show this video because the dude whose channel it is such a douche. I wasn't going to show it. But you know what? It's like, that's fine. We live in a world of douchebags. So it's not like I'm not used to douchebag after douchebag after douchebag after douchebag. But this dude's a particular douchebag, and he's not a very good auditor. But I'll show it because it's true. I mean, and when it comes down to it, what I care the most about is the truth, transparency, and justice. So I'll show people stuff, even if, you know what? Fudge that. I'm not going to show his stuff. I'm not going to promote anybody. I went through it and I changed my mind as I was doing it. Anyway, listen, welcome to Delete Laws. Thanks for coming. Hit OTVO, drop that in the comment section. Those 4 letters, OTVO, Overturn Terry versus Ohio. And then hit the like button real quick, the thumbs up icon right down there. So check this video out. This video was sent to me by DLZ Clips. DLZ Clips sent me this video, and I was like, okay, so let's watch this.
Never given up fight for the people. Then how are you being a tyrant now?
Josh is going to jail for contempt for 24 hours.
Yeah, why aren't there in space for
If I messed up, I might get in trouble. You are in trouble. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This video comes to us from the Randolph County Courthouse in Winchester, Indiana, where Judge Dale Arnett just had Josh from the Bastards of Politics arrested for being disrespectful in the bailiff's office. Fortunately for us, somebody was secretly audio recording while Josh was being arrested. As of yet, the county has been unable to provide their own record of the incident, and it is unclear whether Judge Arnett even knew he was being audio recorded. Here is that recording now.
So you trying to take my right? Is it reasonable?
I have not taken a right of yours.
You were violating my 4th Amendment right and trying to silence my 1st Amendment. I asked a question and you're saying that's disruptive. Now you're lying and you're making assumptions.
You're lying because I said to you, you have to have it in writing, and you said to me,
I'm not
talking to you. I run this court. I'm in charge of this court. You don't tell me that. That's disrespectful. I want you out, and I want you out now.
What law did I violate? Like, where does it say that you have to be respectful anywhere in the Constitution, Dale? Where does it say you have to be respectful at all?
Well, you're obviously not being respectful.
I was respectful up to a point until you started trying to snatch my rights. When you try to snatch my rights, there is no respect.
In my court.
I'm not in your court. I'm not in your court. You're over there.
How long do you think?
It's up to you. I don't want none. I want my rights to be unmolested, completely unmolested. I'm here fighting for my daughter. See, it's court today. I'm here for that. I have a meeting after court. I'm going to go down to the prosecutors who I'm going to talk to. I don't have a place to put my camera because we didn't drive. Because you know what? We live right down the street. We decided to walk. So I brought my camera. My camera is not running. It's completely shut off right now, faced against the wall, just so there's no complaints, no accusations or anything that I'm trying to do. Even though this hallway footage, I can get all that. I can pull all. Just like 6 other people have cell phones out there. How long you sentenced me to? 24 hours. 24 hours.
By the judge's own admission, his problem with Josh was that Josh was, quote, being disrespectful, which might be grounds for a contempt charge inside a courtroom. But outside a courtroom, a judge, or any person for that matter, always has the option to just walk away. Judge Arnett fails to behave in a manner becoming of a judge and orders Josh arrested and thrown in jail for 24 hours.
Josh is going to jail for contempt for 24 hours.
Look at my nice, beautiful, pretty bracelets.
Wow.
We're at the Randolph.
Wow. I mean, go back and just take a look at this again.
Josh is going to jail for contempt for 24 hours.
Look at my nice, beautiful, pretty bracelets.
So that's the $1 million question. Why do we need to be shackled in this way? Why have we allowed the standard of peace officers to put us in shackles? Why are we allowing our government to treat us this way when we have not been convicted of a crime? He's in a courthouse. If they say you're detained and you have to go to jail for 24 hours, he can walk. You don't need to shackle him up. If he runs off, let him run. Film him as he runs away. He's no public danger to the public. He's no personal danger to himself, and he's no danger to the people around him. If you say you're going to be held in contempt for 24 hours and put in jail, okay, fine. Let him walk into the jail. He'll walk. He will walk into the jail. If the judge says this is what's happening, we know, put a 1 in the chat. If you know, if you run, they'll chase you down. Put a 1 in the chat. If you know that if you run from the pigs, they will chase you down. There's no need to do this to us. If the cops say to me, Chille, you're under arrest, I don't agree with it, and I may argue with you a little bit, but you don't got to shackle me like a pig. You could pull up a regular car without a cage in the back, and I'll get in the back. I don't want to be tackled. I'm in my 40s. I don't want to be tackled or have fist fights because it will hurt my hands. It will hurt my body. I'll be injured. This is ridiculous that we allow this to happen to us.
Nice, beautiful, pretty bracelets. We're at the Randolph County Jail, Judge Arnett's office. The phone number, somebody please put the phone number up and don't give these guys a moment of rest. Call them non-stop. They're open till 4 p.m. Randolph County Courthouse, Winchester, Indiana.
After being put into cuffs for free speech, Josh decides for his own safety to wait for a deputy with a body camera to arrive so that he can be taken to the jail.
I'm at Walmart. Is your body cam on, Geesey? Okay, that's all I wanted was the body cam. I told the judge I wasn't talking to him.
Judge, 24 hours.
Let's go.
I thought they asked for the sheriff. Jim's on his way. He is calling. I don't know where the sheriff's at today.
They know you don't have to hold on to me. I know. I know.
Transforming about it.
As there's 6 people sitting there holding their cell phones out there, my camera's turned off, face towards the wall. And Arnett's like, can you put your camera on the other side of the archway? I said, why? It's off. And he's like, because it's not supposed to be here. So this is cell phones and cameras. You're going to go get everybody's cell phone? And he walked in, and I was like, I'm not going to do it. And he's like, okay, I'm going to charge you with the ordinance violation. So I stood up and I walked in there and said, hey, Eric, where do I go to file for the lobby cam footage showing everybody in here with their cell phones out? And Judge Arnett started interrupting. I told Arnett, I'm not talking to you. He's like, oh, you're being disrespectful.
I go, we're coming out.
16, call right out of here. Now you guys know.
We're not charging up contempt 24 hours. So what's going on?
I told the judge I wasn't talking to him and he charged me for contempt.
Okay. So make sure you guys get over here. This is Judge Wants Respect. This is Hendry's channel. DLZ Clip sent this to me, so I'm going to subscribe to their channel, give them a thumbs up. Like I always ask you guys to do, hit the subscribe and the like button. And then right down here, drop them a comment so that it helps their algorithm. Sorry about that. Make sure you guys go by Team Henry's channel here and drop him a comment. Let him know that Delete Laws sent you over here. And this is Henry. The channel is Henry. Judge Wants Respect or else.
For 24 hours. So he just wants somebody with a camera to transport him.
Oh, okay.
Go for your hands behind you. Yes, you can. Turn this one off. So
After getting booked into the Randolph County Jail, Josh sat for 24.
So look how he's treated. I want to.
After.
Okay, so notice you see him standing there. The cop tells him, go stand over there against the wall and face the wall. It's total psychological torture. There's no reason why he needs to go stand against a brick wall and face the wall so that the pig feels safe. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's literally mental torture. It's completely wrong, and we have to abolish jails and prisons. If our country was safer today, if there was less drug addiction, if there was less prostitution, if there was less child pedophilia, if there was less assaults, less murders, less rapes, less DUIs, I would be all for the prison system. We've been doing this since 1933, mass incarceration. We didn't have mass incarceration before Prohibition. You may or may not know, in 1919, the Volstead Act was written. The Volstead Act was then submitted to the president, and he vetoed it. He said, I'm not going to sign this. He vetoed the 18th Amendment, and then Congress overrode his veto. And so from 1920 to 1933, we created the prison industrial complex in America. But in 1920, we had 40,000 people in prison. In 1933, we had almost 250,000 people in prisons and jails. 5 times more people in prisons and jails from Prohibition. 1933 created the model for the industrial mass incarceration prison industry. And ever since then, we've just been adding to it. And this is the mentality that they have, that you need to go stand against a brick wall and put your nose on the wall so that the prison guard, who's the moron, feels safe.
Getting booked into the Randolph County Jail, Josh sat for 24 hours and immediately upon his release went to interview the judge, Dale Arnett.
There he is, Master Arnett. Slave Master Arnett. I should have brought a whip. You put me in the hot box and bring me into compliance. I should have brought you a whip. Maybe you can beat me into compliance. How about that? I didn't interfere with nothing. Court was not in session.
Didn't mean court. Anytime you interfere, can I say my piece?
By all means.
Anytime you interfere with court,
That's not what the statute says. Let me correct you there. One, court has to be in session and it has to take place in a court of records.
While Josh is spot on about the basics of a contempt charge, it is important to note that Judge Arnett used to be a civil rights attorney. And one of the biggest landmark cases in civil rights law is Cohen versus California, in which the Supreme Court ruled that free speech can only be restricted under severe circumstances. I think that Judge Arnett would have a hard time proving that Josh being disrespectful in the bailiff's office qualifies as severe circumstances.
The hallway is not a court of records.
You were in the office where my court.
I was in a public office. No, your court does not take place in the bailiff's office. Your court takes place in a courtroom.
Okay.
Laws about semantics.
Sue me.
I will. And I'm going to get you for kidnapping because even just like the county prosecutor said, you didn't follow procedures. You did not get into the courtroom and put it on record, which you were supposed to. Yeah, I'm supposed to have probable cause. I'm supposed to have a right to due process. Even in a contempt charge, there is a procedure you are to follow. You did not follow that procedure.
Okay.
You fouled it up. I will. I'm not gonna do more than sue you. As soon as I'm done, I'm calling the judicial board and filing the complaint on you like I did to Judge Fry. And I will. You're a piece of shit. You are a tyrant. You are what you used to fight, Dale. You have became what you used to fight.
I will tell you, I have never given that fight for the people I stand.
Then how are you being a tyrant now?
I am not being a tyrant. You're being a jerk.
And what's illegal about that? What's illegal about that?
You're a bully just like a kindergartner. You're a bully.
After Judge Arnett and Josh's initial conversation, a man approaches the judge to read him the rules for contempt of court in Indiana.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, read it.
If I messed up, I might get in trouble.
You are in trouble.
Okay.
Make a record. The first thing a judge should do is make a record.
Go on the record.
Describe the conduct witness. Describe the disruption to the court proceedings caused by the individual.
Yep.
The judge will then make an entry of judgment. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt is not required.
Nope.
However, the judge must make an entry of judgment determining the reasonable sentence up to a 180-day maximum.
Yep.
Produce written record of proceeding signed by the judge. And the judge's statement of individual time. That's why I asked you for the document. Because it has to be in order. You can't, your secretary tried to inform you that you could make a verbal order to have him arrested.
That's not what this law states.
Because if I go to challenge this at state legislature, there's nothing on the record that this occurred.
Nope.
You mean that'd be state legislature?
Well, if I go to the state attorney's office and have them look into it.
I can't hear it real well, but I just want to welcome Hendry to the room, everybody. Hendry, this is his video that we're reviewing right now. So that's him in the comment section. If you guys want to get over there and subscribe to his channel, I did drop the link down into the comment section, and I will drop it again right now. Support this man. Support this person. You're watching him fight the tyranny and despotism that our government has become. And I will support anybody who fights the system.
Judicial board.
They're going to say there's nothing.
That's where we go.
That this occurred.
And he already got a friend on that who's the president of that. So
No, he came and railed at me.
Good.
Something I did, which was appearing on your podcast.
Yeah, I just apologized to my kids because I said after dealing with you and you getting involved in your feelings and you having that authority over me because you're above me, because you're not equal to me. Yesterday, you were not equal to me. You had the ability to take my freedoms away, and you acted on it above me. So I apologize to my kids.
Because you're acting very badly, and your children shouldn't act like
Judge,
you do.
I'm not going to argue.
Listen.
I'm not going to argue and say that,
My kids, listening to me versus listening to you, I would love to see them fight for rights as hard as I do versus somebody like you. You are a disgrace. You swore.
Hey, delete laws clips. Check your text messages.
An oath to the Constitution. Yes. And you took my freedom away. Government shall make no law infringing freedom of speech. No law. No law. I didn't yell fire in the theater. I did not do a call of violence to you. I did none of that. I said I'm not talking to you.
You did. You said, but you were.
I was mean about it.
That's the court that I run. I'm the boss there. Those people are my arms and legs in there and my eyes. And they are directly responsible to me. So if you're talking to them, you are talking to me because
Judge Arnett saying that Josh talking to the bailiff is the same as talking to him may be a reflection of the judge's feelings, but it is unlikely that higher courts would find his actions to be just. It is my opinion that Judge Arnett will not face criminal penalties for his actions on July 10th, 2023. Even so, Josh has filed to appeal this contempt charge, and the case has to go back in front of Judge Arnett's court. So in all reality, the judge has a chance to do the right thing and admit he was wrong. All phone numbers will be in the description. Head over to the Bastards channel and show them the support they truly deserve. While you're over there, let them know Hendry sent you.
Bastards of Politics. Okay. Let's so these are the guys who did the channel. Thanks, Hendry, for covering that. Let me see if the link for Bastards of Politics is here. It looks like it is here. So do you guys see what I see here? This is Bastards of Politics right here. Thanks, Hendry, for pointing the light to us. And I want to, if we can, we will try to get these guys on for a we'll try to get these guys on for a show. We'll try to get them on for a meeting. But oops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. So this is Bastard of Politics right here. Let me fix the screen so you guys can see it. I'm going to get over here and subscribe to their channel just to support them. So this is their channel here. I'm going to hit the subscribe button right there. I just subscribed to their channel. And then I'm going to go to their videos and I'm going to drop a comment on one of their videos because this is what helps the algorithm. I don't see the court one here. That's okay. I'm just going to go here, right here. And then just type right here. New sub. Thanks for your hard work for freedom. Team DLZ coming through. You guys get over here and subscribe to this channel and then drop down in the comment section that Delete Laws sent you. I will send over the link to this video in the comments right here. Subscribe to this guy's channel. There's the link to the video that I just commented on. Let him know that Delete Laws did send you over. And we will get into that. I've just been on here for 3 hours today. So we will get into the Bastards of Politics. I will come back around and watch a couple of their videos while we have a break between tonight and tomorrow night. And so just so you guys know, tomorrow I have some police action in the daytime. So if you guys are going to be around tomorrow night, Bastards of Politics, thanks for your work over there. So if you guys are going to be around tomorrow, I have a police interaction tomorrow. So if you guys want to tune in tomorrow in the daytime, I will be dealing with cops tomorrow face-to-face in the morning, afternoon. So just check for when I go live, and I'll give about a 10-minute leeway between there, because if I announce where I'm going or what I'm doing, then people try to subjugate what my intentions are. So tomorrow I have a face-to-face interaction with the cops, and so I look forward to sharing that with you guys. And then, you know, on each and every one of these live streams that we do, you know, my purpose is to educate and motivate you to make sure that you learn your rights and you learn how not to deal with cops. And the fastest way that I can teach you how not to deal with cops is to use my trifold. Have my trifold in each and every one of your cars. The trifold goes right up here. When you get pulled over, you have your camera in one hand and you reach up and grab the trifold with your left hand. Your elbow's propped up here. You slip the trifold out the window after you show the camera that you've invoked your Fifth Amendment right there on the front of the trifold. You give it to the cop and you say, I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Here's my license, registration, and proof of insurance. Everything's on a laminated card for you right there. Now I've provided everything by law that I have to give you. I don't want you to sit there and talk to cops. We've seen on video after video after video today that if you interact with cops, you're looking to get yourself in trouble. If you're not a constitutional law scholar, a lawyer, or if you haven't had, even if you are a constitutional law scholar and you're a lawyer, if you have not had multiple face-to-face interactions with cops where it's a heated situation, then don't do it. I've had thousands of face-to-face interactions with the cops. That's the reason why I walk up to them and I take them on so confidently. We're not the same. I can't do your job. Whatever your job is, whatever that job may be, I'm not qualified for it. If you're a milk delivery man, I can't do your job. I can't drive that truck and I can't do that route. I can't do it. I'm not equipped. It's not in my field. If you are an electrician, I can't do that. If you're a busser or a waiter or you're a cook, I can't do those jobs. I am not a cook. I am not a waiter. I can't do those jobs. So I only have a certain amount of skills. I'm a constitutional law scholar. And for the past 20 plus years of my life, I have studied constitutional law. I have developed a trifold that works. Keep sending me your testimonials of people who are using the trifold. They invoke their Fifth Amendment right. They explain to the cop that you cannot extend a stop because of the 2018 case of Rodriguez versus United States to bring a drug dog out here. You've got to become so familiar with your trifold that you know it backwards and forwards. This is what I do for a living. I sell them for $9 that I digitally send to you through email. You print it home, and then you have the PDF on your computer. You can buy a $30 one that's indestructible paper that I mail to you from California. If you can't afford it, I'll give it to you for free. Just contact me through deletelaws.com, go to my inquiry form and say, hey, I can't afford the $9 digital, and I'll send it to you through your email. That's a digital presentation that you then print out and put in your car. It doesn't stay on your phone. It gets printed out and goes in your car. All right. That's all that I can do. That's all. Touchdown, Chevy. There's the touchdown position right there. That's how the touchdown position works. Trifold in the left hand by the driver's side window, phone in the right hand. There's your touchdown position. If I'm going to put a piece of paper in my hand or whatever, there's the touchdown position right there. Let me get something. My trifold's in my car. So there's the trifold in this hand right there. You want to film the trifold, show it to the copper, and then show the copper that you're filming and that I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Oh, you're going to extend the stop to get a drug dog out here? I'm afraid the 2018 case of Rodriguez versus United States, as you can see on the trifold, it says you can't extend the stop unless you have probable cause. That's it. You have to let me go. So that's the point. That's the reason why I do it. That's the reason why I do it. Oh, is that Henry? Did I get Henry come in? Henry, what's up, buddy? I brought you on real quick.
Hey, how's it going, Chille? Thanks for having me on, man.
Everybody, this is Henry. Let me drop the link to it. I didn't know if we were going to get you or not, but
Yeah, absolutely, man. I've been trying to come over here for a while. I love what you do over on the show, man. I see you every day.
Wow, appreciate that, man. So tell me your background a little bit. How'd you get it? Where, what city, state are you in?
Well, I'm in Indiana, and actually, I just don't think that you know, but I am CH from CH and Ty Audit, so I just changed the name over.
Oh, you did?
Right, yeah. Ty is doing Ty Reviews now, and
Okay.
I've changed the name to Henry, so we're still real close. You know, we do a lot of work together, but yeah.
Wow.
So,
Right on.
yeah, so I've just been doing a lot of work around the state of Indiana, really.
And what's your relationship to the, what do they call them? Politics?
The bastards of politics.
Yeah.
Josh is over in Winchester, Indiana, and he does a lot of work in the city. He's running as a city council member right now.
Really?
Yeah, on the Democratic Party, just because that's what he got on the ticket for.
Sure.
And he's really causing a lot of change over there. He's making waves, getting a lot of the bad apples out of there and trying to get some good people in. And I just saw what he was doing and decided I wanted to get involved with him and help him any way that I could.
So Josh is running from the bastards of politics. He's running he's got on the city council, or he's running for city council?
He is running for the city council right now.
Okay. So he's running for city council on the Democratic side. And, and now when he did this video, is he going to sue? That's why I was trying to get somebody on here that could answer. Is he going to sue that judge?
He intends to, yes. So what he's got to do, obviously, is get the criminal side wrapped up before a civil rights attorney will really want to lock themselves in and get at it. But he's filed the appropriate appeals, and I believe that the judge has not answered him since he put the appeal in. So, but I can get you in touch with him to give you updates as it comes along. I just think that the judge is probably going to recuse himself and send it.
As he should, and just so you guys know, what the state will do, the state of Indiana, the state of Nevada, the state of California, what they do is they'll try to create barriers to your federal lawsuit or barriers to you being able to file federally based on the outcome of the criminal case. So they'll say that you got charged with this and you were convicted of that. So a jury of your peers found you guilty. You don't have a federal civil rights lawsuit. So the state can actually circumvent you suing for your God-given natural rights, which is unbelievable to me.
Yeah, and in this case, it's very strange. I'm not sure that this has ever happened before, at least in Indiana. I actually ran into a contempt charge in Newton County. I think that you got in touch with me actually about it. You made a video back then. But in that case, they actually took me into the courtroom and they made a record, and you were able to look it up on my case that night. You still can't find this case on my case is the way that we search cases here in Indiana. Sorry, but you still can't find that case on the internet. They never went in the court. They never made a record. The sheriff kidnapped him. As a matter of fact, the next video on my channel is a video of the sheriff actually keeping Josh inside of his cell, saying, "You need to go get that blanket or I'm not going to release you." And Josh just tells him, "No." And he stays, he stands his ground, he waits it out, and eventually the sheriff folds, tucks tail, and lets him out. But it's crazy what they're trying to do to that guy. They're trying to chastise him, and he will not be brought down. That guy is a warrior.
Wow. It takes, you got to be really a hardcore freedom fighter to do what Josh is doing. Whatever happened in your case, Henry, was it you that was arrested or was it TY that was arrested
It was me. It was me that was arrested, and I haven't really talked about it. But that case, we talked to a civil rights lawyer, and basically, the lawyer said that because it was a judge, and because a judge is going to be looking at the case, and because he did everything proper as far as the contempt procedure, he said it's going to be very difficult to do anything with that. Even though I was in jail for 5 days, the judge said, you can get out of jail as long as you apologize. I didn't apologize. I stayed in jail the whole 5 days. And the lawyers just don't think that they can do anything. I mean, if you know a lawyer that's willing to take a look at that, I'd be happy to talk to him. But I tried to call all over the place, and they won't take it. We are suing Lake County, Indiana. Lake County arrested me and Ty for trespass, and his charge is dismissed now. Mine is going to get dismissed here soon. But
when I sue people, Hendy, I sue people, and I do want to win for sure.
Yeah.
However, I have myself and a team of people who assist me and help me. And for me, when I sue someone, I want to drag them. I want them to have to do a fundraiser. I want them to have to go to court. I want them to have their name on Google that I sued them. And to me, that's a win right there. The people who I've sued have had to do fundraisers where they raise tens of thousands of dollars. The counties and the police that I've sued have had to go through months and months of angst and consternation and worry. And the counties that I've sued have had to spend tens of thousands of dollars defending my lawsuits. And to me, even if I don't win the case outright, I'm going to cost you. And
Right.
that is my overall mentality on it. I want to win. I don't sue anybody and not plan on winning. If I sue someone, I want to win. It's not just a frivolous lawsuit. I'm just going to sue them for fun. No,
Right.
you have to do so much research. You have to do so much work on motions, case study, understanding the points and authorities. There's so many steps to suing someone that if I actually sue you, I do want to win. However, when you have to stop your life and answer my interrogatories or provide proof of that in discovery, or you have to hire a lawyer and do a fundraiser and raise tens of thousands of dollars, and it takes up your Saturday afternoon, I just kicked your ass.
Right.
That's what I wanted to happen to you.
Yeah,
I wanted
absolutely.
you to have to sit there and work your ass off.
And Chille, you and me both know that that's exactly what they want to do to us.
Right.
When they charge us criminally. That is exactly their intent. They want to drag us through the mud. They want to make us. As a matter of fact, you were arrested in Ironton, Ohio, and you just said, screw that kangaroo court. I was arrested right across the river, right? So Ironton is in Ohio, right across the river in Kentucky, Boyd County, Kentucky. They arrested me. I called a cop a fucking thug, and they arrested me for disorderly conduct and trespass. And they're making me drive. I think I may have signed extradition papers. I just wanted to get out of jail. So I believe it's an extraditable offense. But the thing is they're making me drive some 400 miles every time I go back to court. And they just keep playing pinball with me. The judges keep recusing themselves. And it's ridiculous, man.
Did you sue them? Did you sue Kentucky for violating your First Amendment right?
We're going to as soon as we beat the criminal case. They're trying to get me to sign what's called a stipulation of probable cause agreement. Basically, it's I don't sue them. They don't attack me anymore. And I'm not going for it. So we're just going to go. We're going to get the case dismissed. And then after that, we're going to get a civil rights attorney on it.
I wonder if Kentucky is one of those states that tries to circumvent your rights by saying if you're convicted in the criminal proceeding that you can't sue federally. And there's a Supreme Court case law that I can't get out. That's why I haven't mentioned it, because it's floating in my head. I can't pull it out, but it's in there somewhere. And there's a Supreme Court case law that says that you can sue if you're charged criminally, even if you're convicted. I just can't remember it, and I can't remember the exact specifics, so that's why I shouldn't.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I was under the impression they certainly give you the impression that that's not the case. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Hendy, it's nice to have you on. Keep us updated. Make a video and let us know what you got going on. I'll cover it for sure. And
absolutely, Chille.
So I'm a new subscriber.
All right. Thanks, man. Well, thanks for having me on. It was great to be on, and continue doing what you do, because I stay watching it all the time. All right.
All right, Hendy. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man.
Later, amigo. Everybody get over to Hendy's channel and make sure you subscribe to his channel. I dropped the link down in the comment section. I will do it again just so that here's the link to the original video we just watched that covered the bastards of politics. This is Hindy's channel. There it is right there in the comment section. All right, listen, I'm going to get the flock out of here. I'm going to get the flock out of here. I actually got my tooth pulled. I got my tooth pulled. Yeah, I got my tooth pulled out. So I'm in excruciating pain, to be honest with you. Excruciating pain, and I have less money. So this is so painful. You have no idea. The tooth is gone. The tooth, it hurts so bad. It hurts. So remember, this tooth is the tooth that broke in November in Colombia, and I just got back to. It took me a long time to get to where I could go down and get my tooth taken care of. So I finally got to a place where I can get my tooth taken care of. So I'm doing it, but it's hard to talk and my face hurts. So with that being said, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. I love all of you. We are a team and we are family, and the people who are here and who have been here, you know what I'm talking about. I have, in my lifetime, I rarely remember a time, except for on a few different work shifts I had with different crews and wrestling teams and fight teams that I was parts of throughout my life, where I felt like this real camaraderie with people in my group, you know, with Brian and Chevy and Brandon and Shock Professor and KT and Dr. Donna and all these folks in here that I feel like this real kinship with, because we're on the same page. And I know that a lot of you write me and say that you don't agree with a lot of the things that I do, but you completely support me. And I know this because they'll send me a Cash App for $20 and they'll put in there, "Hey, Chille, I don't agree with everything you do. And as a matter of fact, I think you should do things differently, but I really support you. Here's $20. It's like, it's just so surreal. And I think the kinship that we have together is because we are so sick of this police state, prison state, death state. And it's going to take a warrior like myself. You don't want a tulip. You don't want some little tulip going into government who's going to wilt with the first heat as soon as the legislators in the House and in the Senate start to fight back against you. So I just think I'm the right guy to be leader of the peons, and that's what I want to do. I want to get a peon into the highest executive position in state government, which is the governor, and maybe beyond one day. But for right now, let's shoot for governor so that I can be the president of a state and change this system from the top down. I can make executive decisions with budgets and all kinds of things that can change this system. I give you my word, I'll never forget where I came from. I'm a peon, and my goal is to be leader of the peons. All right, that's it. I'll get the flock out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming to my TED Talk. DLZ Clips, make sure you get over to our backup channel, subscribe to DLZ Clips. I'll see you guys on the next one. Mikey, later, Gators.